Are we live?
I think.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
You know how it goes.
Welcome.
We need confirmation first.
Yeah.
All it takes is one person to
This is engagement.
say you can hear us, and I guarantee you we will just move along smoothly from here on out.
Yeah. Smooth sailing, as the queens of the Stone Age would say.
Yes.
Or a lot of people.
Oh man, we got Cedric in here to say watching Midsommar with his mother.
Yeah,
Ronnie.
That's not a movie you want to watch with your mom. I don't know, actually. It depends.
What do you mean?
It's so hard to describe. I can imagine that if you have a mom who's really into like freaky genre stuff, you know, it's not the same to me as like watching like a raunchy movie with your family. You know, like I feel like Midsommar, you could still have some kind of film appreciation about.
Nah, that's fair.
But
well, guys, thank you guys so much for being here. What's up? We got so many people in the chat. Anissa, obviously, Biff Tannen, Xander Miller, Gabriel, Mimi M, Flightless Dust, Skippy, RBL. Too many names to name. Too many names to name right now, but we'll be going through the chat as we do this.
Was I in a Pop-Tarts commercial?
So today's theme, with honor of Mother's Day, is movies you regret watching with your family. And these can be movies that just made you uncomfortable in terms of the experience that you have, but we just want to hear whatever you guys got. I'm assuming these will be like, you know, it all depends. I think I have movies that are already coming to mind for me that were like, you know, when I was a little kid to movies I watched as an adult. It doesn't matter what age, they can still be uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you're a bunch of freaks in your family.
Unless you're a bitch.
Unless you're a bunch of freaks. Oh, we already got it. Hey, Anissa, what's up? Thank you. Thank you, Anissa. Right on cue. She wants to be #1 contributor in the live streams, as always. Hello, my lovely people. I watched the entire 50 Shades. Oh, my God. And the rest of them. With my mom. Yeah, super awkward at some points. Oh, I forgot to mention to John. For everyone who super chats today, he's going to do in his Mark Wahlberg voice, say hi to your mother for me. So, John, please tell Anissa.
Hey, Anissa, say hi to your mother for me.
What do you got? A little bit of a
gotta shake off
rasp. Hey, Anissa, say hi to your mother for me.
Donnie, there may come a time.
Jesus.
Say hi to your mother for me.
Oh, I can't imagine watching 50 Shades with a family member. I get uncomfortable if I'm with my girlfriend, I'm getting turned on watching something like that. She'd be like, you got a fucking boner, you pervert? I'm like, yeah, you take it out on me? And she'll say something funny.
There'll be a 1-2 punch of an innuendo.
There'll be an awkward movie. So guys, thank you, Anissa. Start telling us the movies in the comments below. We just go through them as we you know what a really awkward one was for me. What year did it come out? John?
Yes.
What year did Brokeback Mountain come out?
Oh man, 2008?
2005.
2005. That was close.
So I saw Brokeback Mountain with my mom. And the theater was packed. So we were at the very like front row where you're looking up at the screen like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I heard, you know, it was a gay romance movie, whatever. It's 15 years old. Things got very uncomfortable for me when they're making out. And you're like, okay, that's expected. They're bound to make out, right? But then all of a sudden, Heath Ledger just turns over Jake Gyllenhaal and starts ramming him in the butt. And I'm just up there, and my mom's right next to me. This is not sweet. This is really hardcore, intense gay action now.
This is not wholesome.
Yeah, that was very uncomfortable.
But it is progressive.
John, while I'm going through these, what else do you got?
I will never forget. This wasn't the most like the most uncomfortable, but it was a situation where I sat through a movie with my dad, and I was like, this is not the movie we should have come see together. And I really appreciate him for having taken me and also having sat through the entire thing. We watched Saw 2 in the theaters, and it was my first Saw movie, oddly enough. And I was just like, yeah, I've heard this is a good horror movie. I really want to see it. And once we walked out, my dad was like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I hated that. and all the way through, like, I still enjoyed the movie. Obviously, I'm a huge Saw fan, so it must have worked. But yeah, I was very uncomfortable about, a quarter of my body, for that whole time being like, I know this isn't the right movie for us.
I don't blame you, man. I'd be uncomfortable with my mom today to watch Saw.
Yeah, definitely.
I can only imagine you. I remember I watched porn with your mom.
Yeah, she's a connoisseur. She's very open-minded.
She would never watch porn with John, but she watched porn with me. Terrible mom skills. I know. My mom would constantly watch porn with me.
Not that my mom would watch porn. You know what? One time, it was weird.
Where is this story going?
But no, I have seen some. I've gone to movies with my mom on occasion that aren't your typical going to the movies with mom movies. And I remember this is one that almost wound up as a regret until like the punchline came in, which is we were both really into Chappelle's show, and we rented Half Baked just because we were like, hey, Dave Chappelle, he's funny. We'll watch this movie. Didn't realize it was a stoner comedy all about, weed and stuff. And especially when I was like 12 or 13, I sat through that movie and there's like mild nudity too. So I was just like, I don't know, this is weird. And then afterwards, though, there was like an awkward silence. And then we agreed that it was a funny movie. And since then, we've put it on TV again. So I thought it would be this, but it wasn't.
I suppose that's awkward. I can imagine. I mean, yeah, I feel like most people are probably going to name movies like I named Brokeback Mountain, movies that are like sexual based.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's usually the most awkward, especially in America.
Well, there's another one, but I'll save it for the conversation because.
Okay, so in the chat we got Red Sparrow. Oh, that would be an awkward movie to watch with your family.
Watching that, although we might be able to lampoon it or something. But.
Showgirls. Yeah, I watched Showgirls when I was like 6 years old, but I didn't watch it with my dad. My dad got a VHS copy of Showgirls, and I popped it in the videotape machine. What the hell was it called?
VCR.
VCR.
Yeah, I remember that was. What does VCR stand for? Video.
Yeah,
something
that
recorder?
was awkward.
Video cassette recorder.
When I was young, though, I did watch Scream with them. Violence was never really that uncomfortable for me, but I did watch Monsters Ball with my brother and my dad. My dad they had like a sheet on the ground and they would just like lay down on the living room floor and watch movies. And I was on the couch. And then when Halle Berry and Billy Bob started going at it, my dad doesn't even get up and turn the TV off or lower it. He just puts his hand up over my face like that. He's like watching it. I'm behind and he just goes, like I've been still watching the screen. Yeah.
I have been in that exact position before where it's just like, what's happened? Eyes.
Carter Lovejoy, thank you, dude. Thank you, Carter. John,
say hi to your mother for me.
You could at least cap it off with a comma. Carter.
Hey Carter.
There you go.
It's nice to hear from you. Okay, I like your comment. It's really awkward watching Pulp Fiction with your family. I agree. Say hi to your mother for me.
I watched Pulp Fiction with my mom a year or two ago, and she walked out when it got to the Gimp scene. Never mind. I got lucky with that because my parents are super into that. No, I got lucky with that.
BDSM folks.
I got lucky with that because the first time I watched it, it was in the living room, and my family was there, but they all had seen it before. Which is so fucking bizarre thinking the fact they just let me watch it, but they let me when I was watching, and they fell asleep.
Yeah.
So it's still a very uncomfortable, like that whole Gimp scene, all that stuff was very uncomfortable for me just to watch, even though I was by myself.
Oh yeah.
But fortunately, they were asleep, so I didn't have to endure that experience with them.
Oh boy.
We got someone here saying Django Unchained. Yeah, that's an awkward one for sure.
Oddly enough, I saw that in the theaters with my dad and had a blast.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he identifies with Django.
Yeah, my dad really, he knows the struggle.
Get those slave owners.
I mean, we were both psyched to see some slave owners get it.
And Hillary B, thank you for saying that. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Absolutely.
To everyone's mothers.
Jenna Randall!
Jenna!
Hey, okay.
Hey, Jenna.
I have a special request for this one. Jenna's really close with her dad. So can you say hi to your father for me?
Hey, Jenna, appreciate Jenna, it's really nice of you, okay? Really appreciate the super chat. Say hi to your father for me.
Thank you, Jenna. It's really sweet of you. Hey, guys, I love you all very much. Well, I love you too. And I just started working at Joann Fabrics. Just started in the middle of COVID? That's fascinating. I survived my first week. I hope you keep on surviving. I don't really regret watching anything. I'm just like, meh. That's fair. I mean,
Nice.
maybe your parents looked after you, or maybe you're just not into the kind of movies that
would be awkward to
that would
watch
be-
at home.
Exactly. So if anything, I'm happy for you.
Mhm.
That's a big sigh of relief, actually. Thank you, Jenna. That's so.
Yeah.
Thank you. And
Congrats,
congratulations
too.
on your new job.
I know so many people who swear by and worship the Joanne fabrics. So
Actually, I have
up
a
those
family
coupons.
member who was fired from Joanne Fabrics. So did you take? You know what? We can talk about that later.
this is awkward.
We can talk about that later. Let's
Tony
see.
Vitch.
Thanks,
Sorry.
Josh. You rock. Oh, we got a guy blockers in your family.
Blockers.
That would be
no,
very uncomfortable.
no.
Yeah.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Oh,
It's like
gosh.
watching Superbad with your family, which I think I may have seen a good chunk of Superbad with my family, and that was awkward.
I mean, there are families I've met that really love vulgar humor together. I think a
Yes.
guy named Jared that we used to know,
Mhm.
and they love like really raw, but they were also like they were like a real. When I say hippie family, they're like real like hippie kind of family.
Mhm.
I heard stories that the dad would just walk around naked and they didn't give a shit.
They were very
Yeah.
open. They were very open. with each other.
Yeah. They're like a sexually open, hairy kind of family. Yeah. So they don't really count.
That is a Netflix category waiting to happen.
Someone saying Transformers 2. Why would that be a movie
You just regret watching
I
it.
just regret the movie experience in
Yeah.
and of itself.
Miller Clowns from Outer Space. That's the beer version.
What
The
else?
Lobster.
Trying to keep up with the chat here. Bohemian
Bohemian
Rhapsody.
Rhapsody.
Why would that be uncomfortable for you to watch?
You know, mom's a big Bryan Singer fan.
That's fair. Oh, I am Ninja Panda. Sorry, but I already. Oh, here we are.
There you are.
Thank you. I am Ninja Panda.
Hey, Ninja Panda. Say hi to your mother for me.
Happy Mother's Day, Ninja Panda.
It's good to see you.
I regret watching
Most movies with my family. Is that about the movies or is that about your family?
Is it the context of the film, or is just your family like a pain in the ass to
We
watch?
don't know how to pick.
Do they not shut the fuck up when you're watching a movie? Because that can be really annoying with the family. When you're like, I want to show you The Irishman. Stop talking. I don't want McDonald's right now, Mom.
Oh.
Yeah.
No. I was thinking back because my family was not too into The Irishman.
No, that
And I watched it with my family.
I would have
So
been. I would have been pissed at them the whole time.
I know you would have. I don't regret watching it with them, but that was one of those experiences where I was like, I'm the only one in this room liking this movie
Yeah.
more than not. You know?
You know what movie I saw with my mom? I really hope my mom's watching. This is the first live stream. I hope she's watching, so she can hear all that porn talk. It was
About my mom, yeah.
I must have been 15. Taking Lives.
Oh, with Angelina Jolie and Ethan Hawke.
Have you seen that movie?
No, I remember watching the trailer with David though.
We
Tucking lips.
I saw Taking Lives, and there is a real passionate, intense sex scene between Angelina Jolie and Ethan Hawke in that movie. And it's uncomfortable, especially when you're getting into the sex scene. But your mom's right there eating her popcorn. And my mom's a loud popcorn eater. It gets to the point where like, can you reserve eating the popcorn when there's a car chase going on?
Noisy
Yeah.
moment. Dialogue movie.
It's harder when she stops eating the popcorn during the sex scene. I'm like, are you into this? This is fucking.
This is what I've been waiting for.
Stop it, Mom.
Oh yeah, where's my pretzel?
God. Thank you, I am Ninja Panda. Oh, Hereditary. We got someone saying in the chat, King Azar saying Hereditary. Yeah.
Sully's an interesting choice.
Why was Max saying Sully?
Yeah.
What a weird one.
I'm also a pilot, and I've done some questionable things behind the wheel. So.
My mom kept hoping that the plane would crash the whole time.
Oh, and yes, rest in peace to Little Richard.
Oh,
Definitely.
really?
Yeah, Little Richard
I didn't
passed
know about
today.
that.
Mhm.
Oh, rest in peace.
Heaven got a lot more soul going up there now.
Damn.
Anissa's back.
Hey, Nisa.
Anissa,
Thank you.
say hello again for me to your mother.
You know, I think Anissa wouldn't. If you agree to sleep with Anissa, and if you had one condition, which is your mom has to be in the room, I think Anissa would agree to it. That's how much she's into you, John.
Tip with a verification.
When I saw any movie with a boom boom time scene with my mom, Wait, is boom boom? Does
Boom boom time.
Does boom boom mean sex?
I'm assuming that's what that is.
Does that can mean gun action too? She always made me close my eyes every single time. LOL, John, how censored were you? I don't know, John. How was sneaking an episode of The Simpsons in when you were younger?
Yeah, probably more intense feeling than it should have. It was pretty easy in hindsight, but I don't know how to quantify. Like, I wasn't allowed to watch a ton of very explicit rated R movies, but I would often be privy to, like, if they knew the movie well enough, they would just cover my eyes for the sex or anything too gory.
Yeah,
that was kind of how that went by.
They always let me watch gore. My family did not care. Sex was like I mean, it was a Catholic household. Yeah. So for some reason, you know, like violence is all right, but sex was very taboo.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, sometimes I didn't really give two shits. If there was like a boob on screen or whatever, they didn't care. But if it got like, oh, this is getting really intense, you should send me out of the room. Don't just be like, look the other way. Because I can easily look at the screen if I want to.
I can find a million angles to use my peripheral vision.
I saw Species in the theaters with my dad.
Twice.
Twice. And if you guys don't know what the movie Species, if you want to talk about boom boom time scene, Anissa, Species is a movie about an alien who looks like a model, and stars Natasha Henstridge, and she's trying to impregnate herself. So she's just like having sex with it's actually a really intense movie, but she's sleeping with all these people in the hopes of getting pregnant. And there's some graphic sex scenes and nudity in that movie, and I saw that with my dad a couple times.
Why?
But he did censor me whenever the tongue. There's a moment where she like gets really aggressive with her tongue, and then the tongue shoots out at the back of a guy's neck. My dad made sure to not. That's what I mean. All the nudity, fine, whatever. But for some reason, with that violent moment, like too much to handle at that point.
Did he really want to see it again? Why did he go with you twice to the theater?
He really liked the movie.
Clearly he didn't feel awkward about it.
Toys saying, my parents really didn't care the movies they took us. I remember watching Titanic in the theaters with my parents when I was 10. My brother was 8, and watching Rose getting sketched was very weird. See, Titanic is an interesting one, because Titanic, I like that comment a lot, Toy, because Titanic is one of the biggest movies of all time. So most people have seen it, and a lot of families went to go watch it. And there's a very famous painting a naked woman scene in that film. And so was that like a rare exception during the time where like, yeah, it's fucking Titanic. Let's see Rose's boobs, you know?
I mean, I guess if I was a parent, in the context, if it's just like nudity and it's not about sex, perhaps, I don't know, it's the human form, whatever, he's sketching her, right. Maybe that's suggestive, but I can understand the argument, I guess, because I don't know, I do think that we should maybe be a little more chill about like the concept of nudity and more look at the context of the nudity. But yeah, we got
Are You Listening Yet saying they never got my eyes covered when nude or sexual scenes. It was just awkward silence. I hated how uncomfortable it was. I never got my eyes covered when nude or sexual scenes. It was just awkward silence, and I hated how uncomfortable it was. You know, I actually feel like that'd be worse in some ways. Because at least you have something to think about with your eyes a hand over your eyes. You're like, what's going on? Ow, my face. Yeah, at least there's something being acknowledged. Yeah. I think unacknowledgement can be a lot more of an uncomfortable moment in time.
See, that's what happens now when there's like a raunchy sex scene or some kind of raunchy piece of humor. Is just it lands with a thud. It passes. Nobody comments on it, and we go on.
Oh man.
Deadpool,
well, the sex montage in Deadpool would be very uncomfortable to watch with a family member.
That's one of those movies where I don't think any of I know my sister, I think, saw it, but I don't know if my mom or dad have, and I feel like that's a movie I teeter on the edge with, because I'm like, I think she would enjoy some stuff about this a lot. There's some stuff I think would be a little hard to explain away.
That's fair.
Or not explain, but, be like, I didn't need to see that,
So a lot of people are naming horror movies for sure in this chat.
Yeah, don't watch the Friday the 13th remake with your family.
Robert is saying Sausage Party, particularly that last scene.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to watch that.
With your family.
No.
You know what makes me more uncomfortable? Actually, more so than with my parents is my younger sister. And my younger sister she's only 6 years younger than me. But even to this day, I remember this is several years ago, obviously, but we saw The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo together in the theaters. Okay. And that was very uncomfortable for me to watch with my sister in the room.
Oh yeah.
That I believe you. With my younger sister, it's like, of course she knows about sex. but that's when my older brother shit comes out of me. It's like, but I don't want you to know about sex. You know?
It's a pure world.
That's when my Catholic boy brain in me comes into play. Anissa back in the chat here.
Whoa, number 3. Say hi to your mother thrice for me.
Off topic here. Thank you, Anissa. Off topic here, but did you know that Chris Evans told his mom when he lost his virginity right after it happened? Let's say he was very open with his mom. I mean, I could see a scenario where that makes sense.
If you have a very sex positive household.
I mean, I wouldn't. My mom still thinks I'm a virgin. It's true.
Even when I'm a father, she's still gonna believe.
Yeah. And she's walked in on me. Still doesn't believe it. I think it just depends on. It's like, was Chris Evans like? Does he have a single? Is his mom a single mom? Was his dad in the picture? Sometimes that close bond can do it. Yeah. That's fair. You know. I just don't think Chris Evans can do any wrong. He's Captain fucking America, all right? If he wants to tell his mom about orgies and stuff that he has, let him tell his mom.
Even better that he does.
And if he's that open with his mom, that probably helps with being like a more of a vulnerable actor too. If you have that close of a relationship with your mom.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm spitballing here. I'm not a fucking talented actor. I was thinking that it might be part of it.
Well, you know, I mean, he told her the first time. He probably tells her every time.
Every time, right? Anytime he does it, he sends her a text.
I just had sex.
After he bangs a girl, he snaps a little photo selfie in the room. Yeah.
Living the good life, Mom.
Yeah. Look what fame got me, Mom. Yes, we're all sad Venom 2 was postponed. Thank you, Austin.
Yeah, I'm sadder that Spiral was postponed. Okay.
Oh, Random Andy's channel.
Random Andy. Say hi to your mother for me.
Thank you, Random Andy's channel. God, I love this look that he has. It's a real freaking who's the guy in Serenity?
Oh, Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, he's got a real Nathan Fillion meets Johnny Bravo thing about him.
Ooh, yeah. Like,
yeah, doesn't he? Look at that.
The black and white with the shadows and the contrast is very moody.
I have a huge love for the film Dirty Dancing. My parents are not big on unclean dancing, and I wasn't thinking when we sat down and watched it. They gave me looks whenever there was those dance scenes. Really? Wow. How uncomfortable of a family household must that have been for you growing up? I feel like a lot of these comments can be very insightful.
Yeah.
Into the kind of like just dance scenes. I mean, the Dirty Dance scene, from what I recall, I feel like Save the Last Dance had more intense dance scenes than Dirty Dancing did. Because that's like flat out grinding on someone's ass. Or Flashdance, where she's like just in her underwear and sweating her ass off and dancing. Like that to me is very erotic. But I mean,
Dirty Dancing is just passionate dancing.
And I don't know how to dirty dance.
Well, in the film Dirty Dancing, is that what you'd call Dirty Dancing? Like Dirty Dancing by like this generation standards is like the bump and grind, you know?
Yeah.
Which I feel like Dirty Dancing as a movie definitely has the passion, but it's like it's one of those that broke the ground for its time, you know?
I was such a pussy when it came to dancing when like grinding was coming around that I would run the other way. It like started occurring in like 6th grade. When that's what the new norm of the kind of dancing it was. To me, it wasn't real dancing. Just a girl grinding her ass on your crotch. I didn't get comfortable with the thought till like around 8th grade time.
Because you gotta
but even then I was always having like my justifications for why grinding wasn't when really I was just scared to do the kind of dancing it was.
Well, yeah, because it's a lot more than you think it is. It's intimate. There are things to worry about, you know. Yeah, it takes a minute to get used to that, I would say.
Well, I also thought like some people grind, but then there are also people I was hearing about that would get uncomfortable if a guy got a boner, and I was like, well, then this is really a conflicting situation I'm in right now. And what if you didn't? Would that be insulting?
That's a great comment below. Brazil's in South America. What? El Salvador, Venezuela.
Hey, Jake
Argentina.
Eves, Ontario, Canada here. Oh, Justin Martino is saying Borat.
Oh, I saw that in the theaters with my family. And it went over okay.
I can imagine Borat being a very uncomfortable experience. I would be
yes.
uncomfortable. My family hated like the kind of humor I like. they hated like crude and vulgar humor. Still do to this day. And so they wouldn't laugh once during Borat. I know they wouldn't. And if that scene came up, they'd change the channel. Nah, that would not happen.
Yeah, Casino Royale torture scene. That's a decent call.
Ooh, good call on that one.
Tickling James's balls for the world.
What else do we got? Daniel Jones. Hey, happy early birthday, Daniel Jones.
Danielle.
Geared Towards Ink. Follow him on Instagram.
That's right.
Bitchin' shoes.
You and me still gotta have a FaceTime date, bro.
I don't know why, but my mother made me watch What Men Want. Ew. I love how the scenario is not because a lot of these situations are I joined my parents on this new movie or I introduced them and that was a bad idea. And this was my mom wanted me to watch this.
Oh, Mom, why? Why was it awkward though? Was it because it was like not a good movie and you felt strange being there, or was it like it seems like it had the potential to be pretty raunchy?
I mean, watching What Women Want with my mom, who was a major Mel Gibson fan growing up, my love for Mel Gibson I'm bringing this up because What Men Want is derived from the What Women Want plotline. And watching What Women Want made me very uncomfortable with my mom. Like Mel Gibson, that scene with Helen Hunt's like, oh my God, just look at this crotch. Like that makes me very uncomfortable. But the fucking what was it talking about? I just saw someone in the chat say Heath Ledger ramming, and I was like, what's he talking? Oh, that was what I talked about. I found out just yesterday, my mom has given up on Mel Gibson. Well, I will not give up on Mel, Mom. I will not.
Did you have
Happy
a
Mother's Day?
Happy Mother's Day.
Well, I want to see her tomorrow because it's Mother's Day. And I was like, what Mel Gibson movie should I put on in the background? She's like, I don't want to watch a Mel Gibson movie. And then I didn't even ask her, like, oh my God, have you turned the other cheek?
on Mel?
On Mel?
On my dad?
John, make sure to text back Geared Towards Ink, man.
I'm gonna
DJ. Text him back as soon as you can.
We both gotta send him some sizes, apparently.
I mean, you should have my size. You sent me.
I think you mean shirt, though, right? Because I don't know.
Giselle, whose face is fabric? You let me know which one you're talking about there. Okay, then how about finding a movie of your parents? Oh man,
with them in the room. Or just, I would regret that anyway, but yeah.
Timid Turtle 1 is saying, how about finding a movie of your parents, like a sex tape of your parents?
Exactly.
Or what would be more awkward, a sex tape of your parents or a full-length feature film independently produced that they were hoping to star in and become major successes, and it's just so cringeworthy because of the terrible acting and performances.
Oh, I guess I would be sadder
Think about that for a second.
I would be sadder because the sex tape at least is like a sign of joy. It's like, oh, we're good. We got to record this. You got to document it.
Ooh, Gene Jeter TV.
Gene, say hi to your mother for me.
I showed my mom. Thank you, Gene. I showed my mom and my niece the Japanese movie Grotesque.
Oh, why?
It wasn't a regret, but funny as hell. What's Grotesque?
It's a really extreme, torture-y Japanese horror movie.
Oh my goodness!
I think it's the one with the cover where it's the open mouth with the bleeding eyeball in it or something.
And your mom was cool with you watching that?
I don't know if I'm getting this.
Gene is like a lot is like our age, so I imagine maybe not now.
Ugh.
Nah, it's been a long time since I've seen a movie with my mom.
Yeah, these days the choices are very calculated because of like time and everything. Yeah. So it's usually a movie we would all be happy to see.
I'm more like just keep watching your NCIS. I'm gonna go home and watch something on my own time.
Japanese film 2009. Yes, it is this one. Ugh.
Hey, if you say love you guys and you're a guy, you don't need to back it up with a no homo thing. Who'd you just block?
You don't need no homo anymore.
Milk. Oh my God, the milk thing. What is the milk thing?
Is this?
This is the second live stream in a row, and I still don't know what the milk thing is.
Joaquin doesn't want us to drink it.
And as usual, we have fallen behind on the super chats because we were also going through the regular comments.
Yes.
What else would we do?
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Event Horizon, would that be an uncomfortable movie to watch with your family?
I guess it depends on how they feel about intense, body horror-y sci-fi. Like,
there's got to be
Horizon have like sex. It's mostly like messed up.
I remember because I know how like cautionary your family can be with R-rated stuff growing up, and I remember your dad took us to watch Phone Booth. The amount of fucks in that movie, and talking about fucking in that movie. I was uncomfortable to be there because I mean I know you were uncomfortable, but even just as your friend with your dad,
almost
there
worse
was a
as
very
friend.
uncomfortable thing.
Yeah,
like, we're gonna talk about this movie on the car ride back.
So, do you like it? Am I allowed to like it?
Oh man,
is this a test?
And oh god, yeah, that was a very uncomfortable one.
Talking about sex and like masturbation and stuff like that in that movie. Like, there's a lot.
Okay, so we got the pop culture. I'm sorry I can't showcase this on. We fell behind, but we're gonna learn OBS in the next coming weeks, so that way we can properly showcase everyone who contributes in the super chats. And thank you to everyone who is. The pop culture crocheter. My parents. Thank you, by the way. My parents were religious fundamentalists. So many were excruciating, but the standout was the 40-year-old virgin. Awkward as fuck.
Oh, that may have been. I may have had an awkward experience watching that with family.
I am right there with you, pop culture
Yes.
crochet. I took a gamble on that one because, like I said a few minutes ago, my parents hate crude humor. They don't like it. Grew up in a very they were like strict Catholics, so the idea of like that kind of sexual the chat would be very unsettling, right? And I decided, like, I thought 40-Year-Old Virgin was actually a really good movie, and I was like, I got to convince my dad to go watch this with me. I'm like, I just got to get him to take a chance on this film. Just get him to take a chance. You got to. And then we went to the theaters. Of course, he paid for us. He didn't want to, but he did. I'm like a kid. Like, Jesus Christ, I can't even get in this movie without you.
Oh, God.
And then we watched the movie. He didn't laugh once. And that's a long comedy.
That is a long comedy.
No, he laughed when he was riding the bike and he fell. And that was it. Simple
the one
1930s kind of comedy. Yeah, not
slapstick.
A non-raunchy joke, but he was like, that was funny. But not one time in that 2.5 hour comedy did he actually laugh at any of like the big laugh moments.
Yeah, I think that was awkward. And I want to say we maybe even tried to watch Knocked Up and stopped.
Really?
As a family, yeah. Oh, God. Kim Possible. Why? Why would that be awkward?
John, keep listening. Listen to another one. I'm going to fix this.
Okay. Well, I mean, one of mine that is a classic John story is I truly and deeply regret as an 9-year-old boy, I think, or an 8-year-old boy pleading and begging my parents to take me to see Blade in the theaters.
What?
Yeah.
As a little kid?
Yeah, it was when it was out. I cut the poster out of the LA Times calendar section and hung it on my wall. I wanted to see Blade so bad. I had like other friends who had seen it tell me about it so that like I could tell them like, okay, there's not that much swearing, but there's no sex, but there's like violence. I don't know if I was even right, but we went and I remember the first scene feeling very awkward even then. Because I feel like the opening scene, they're like in the car together and she puts a hand on his crotch or something. And then they go into this club and then the people in the club are dancing and grinding. And then someone takes like a boomerang knife through the bottom of the head. And then we were leaving the theater at that point.
Goodness.
And yeah, that was.
Wait, so you guys left the movie theater after like 10 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. and I still have not seen Blade to this day because of that.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's become a piece of my life.
Blade's a good movie.
I'm really conflicted. I'm like, should I go back and watch it now, or should I keep this thing intact? Because like, will it be? Like, will it be a great movie to me now that it has this like thing built up in my mind, or will it just be like a movie?
No, man. Oh, that's too bad.
I know.
That's too bad.
Yeah. Blade.
Oh, MMA King in the chat is saying Austin Powers Machine Gun Jubilee. See, that's what like when I said my family very uncomfortable with humor hated Austin Powers, and when I watched, they rented it, and when I was watching it, I was just by myself going. And then I remember one point as the bathtub when they get in the Austin gets in the hot tub with a girl in the first one, and then my dad looked at me. He's like, "You like this?"
Judging me. How old were you?
I'm like, I'm not a pervert, Dad. It's funny.
I feel like the first two Austin Powers I may have regretted having seen around family, but for whatever reason, we all enjoyed part 3 together.
Part 3 is just a good movie.
Yeah. I feel like we could probably enjoy the other ones together now.
Hold on, guys. This is gonna me like 20 seconds. Just gonna fix this thing so I can get us back on track here.
Another good one for me was Sin City. I watched Sin City with my whole family.
I thought you watched that with me.
No, not in the theaters though. Like I do it. We bought Miss Congeniality 2
Don't
tickets.
take that away from me, John.
We bought Miss Congeniality 2 tickets. The theater was way oversold. The usher guy came in with a flashlight looking around. We were in the front row, so we were like, don't fuck this up. Yeah, no, I'll never forget seeing it in the theaters. But later on a bit in life, I was like, that was one of those gamble movies for me where I was like, I can see this working out because, I grew up with film noir. I know my family loves the film noir. My sister just straight up didn't like that movie. And I think my mom and dad maybe got something out of it. I just still would feel awkward because there's so much like, Old Town is all nudity,
I feel like John's got, Chunky Salsa. I'm going to ask you to stop putting down milk in the live stream or I will have to block you. And I'm going to learn how to block people.
Oh, it's easy. You'll see. I'll show you.
Oh, we got a lot of people saying Hereditary, American Pie, and Superbad. Yeah, it's weird how like these movies that represent teenagers are like. That must be the most uncomfortable experience, where it seems like an actual representation of life.
You know what happened? I can't remember how long ago this was. This was like early college. I was with my first girlfriend, I was with my first girlfriend, and her family and mine became family friends. And they were the family who liked to watch National Lampoon, like Van Wilder together.
Huh.
And so they lent my folks a bag of DVDs, and they were like, "Oh, watch these comedies. You're gonna love them." And they were literally all Van Wilder type movies. And I stared into this bag, and I was just like, no, none of this at all. Like, even if you guys decide to watch it, which I don't think they ever did, I was like, I know that this is not the bag for this family, and I'm not going to try and be around when it goes into the DVD player.
One time, and then we're going to move on.
Because it was like American Pie also and things like that.
This is not exactly the same thing. I didn't watch this with my family, but when I was really, really young, there was a movie called Jerry Maguire. And then on the DVD players, maybe Blu-ray players can still do this. I've never had to use the option on a Blu-ray. But on a DVD player, you can have a repeat moment. You can time it. Or if you want 10 seconds.
Yeah.
This is before you could get instant easy access to pornography back then. Right? And there's this moment where Tom Cruise is doing it with this redhead chick. And it's fucking Tom Cruise, right? And it's like 10 seconds in the movie. And I had it on skip. And we only had one DVD player, and that was in the living room. And my brother walked in on me with my pants down.
Oh,
it was very uncomfortable.
Oh, at least it was your brother.
So in some way, I did watch Jerry Maguire with my brother.
He stood in the doorway for a while before letting me know he was there.
Why would Cedric is saying, why would 300 be uncomfortable? Or the Sixth Sense? These are weird picks, guys.
I will throw down for Game of Thrones, though. And I've never watched a full episode with my family. And I've, again, had friends and people be like, you guys got to watch this. And at least, I think my dad might be able to get into it, maybe. But that was one where I was like, especially whenever a promo would come on TV, I'd be like, Mom, I think you're going to want to switch this. Because, I know you're not going to like this at all. And every time a promo plays, it's pretty awkward.
All right. Is that it? Did I do it?
I think we have hidden a user.
I think we have hidden Chunky Salsa.
Well,
Goodbye,
sorry,
Chunky
bud.
Salsa.
Hey, it's like the second time we've ever hidden anybody.
Anissa Oliva, thank you for your contribution here again. John, say it.
Say hi to your mother for me.
I watched the real. Thank you for your super chat. I watched the Real Rejects with my family, and it was super uncomfortable when it got to the gas jokes.
Well, yeah.
Why?
You brought that on yourself.
You're the one who encouraged the sex jokes, okay? So,
And you were the one who watched it with your family.
this is exactly what I was worried about. Said you were going to encourage it, and then somehow the footage is going to be manipulated, and I'm going to get in trouble.
These
And here it is.
pervert assholes.
Now your mom's going to come breathing down the back of my neck. I just know it.
I am just going to send you a Shell gift card and pretend that's what we meant.
Tell your mom I'm sorry, and happy Mother's Day to your mom.
And tell her I'm switching to an electric vehicle, so I'm just plugging in at home from now on.
Mimi M, thank you so much for your
Mimi.
super chat, my dear.
It's good to see you.
Hateful Eight with the whole family, the worst. I could see that being a very like just ruthless, nasty, some racist words in there, getting shot in the dick. Like that could be a very
And the
that's a movie. If I saw it with my mom today, it would be very uncomfortable, undoubtedly.
I wouldn't want to watch it with my mom or sister. I don't think I have, but I saw it with my dad and we had a good time.
And Mimi M, say hi to your mother for me.
Hey.
I heard Mark Wahlberg doesn't appreciate that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see that.
Oh god. So it's a good call, Mimi M.
Yeah. Oh, Body Heat. Ooh. I think my dad worked on Body Heat. That's an awkward movie.
Your dad worked on Body Heat?
I think so.
Oh god.
Sorry. I'll old boy, no.
Oh, so Ronnie M in the chat is saying old boy.
Don't watch any Takashi Miike with your family.
And so maybe this will give my girlfriend a clue. If you guys haven't seen Old Boy, I'm not going to ruin it for you. But there's a big reveal twist in the movie. And I went up to Olivia, my lady, and I just got on my knees and I said, I didn't know she was my daughter. And she's like, what fucking movie are you doing? And I was like, I'm not going to tell you what movie I'm doing, but one day we're going to watch that movie and I'm going to look at you and go, that's the movie I was doing. It could be a year from now. It could be 2 years from now.
10 years from now.
I saw Old Boy by myself, and it was still a wildly uncomfortable experience.
Oh, I've had
Shit
a
gets
couple
ingrained
of
in your brain, man.
Yes.
Movie
Movie 43 is just a regrettable watching experience overall.
Ryan Delahunt, thank you for your super chat, my
Hey.
friend. That's very much appreciated. He says, I saw Wolf of Wall Street in the theaters with my parents. I was 15. We didn't talk the whole way home. Oh my! I almost saw that with my parents because they love Martin Scorsese.
I saw it with my dad.
You saw that with your dad?
My dad.
I would hate to see that with your dad. Oh man, that'd be so. Did you saw it with your dad?
I saw that with my dad. Yeah.
Did he high five you in the theater?
Yeah, during the
Your dad-
Margot Robbie scene.
Did a different side come out of your dad when he's snorting coke while watching the film? Jesus Christ, that's
Yeah.
uncomfortable. You saw it with your
The
dad?
Quaalude scene. He's like, "That's how I met your mom." No.
When he punches Margot Robbie, is like, what the fuck? They're watching our family lifestyle. This is a Humphrey
This is
household.
what you missed before you were born. Your sister.
This is why I lock you in the room.
Yeah. No, it's another one of those where, yes, that was a 50-50 experience for me where I certainly appreciated that movie more than my dad did. I think we both got something out of the experience. However, I will say that a good percentage of that movie was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Basically all the sex parts, especially the full nude Margot Robbie moments, were a little bit like, I'm going to pretend we're not here.
Oh God, I cannot do. Oh man, I'd be more comfortable to watch something with your dad than your mom. Is that fucking bizarre? I feel like your mom would be more like willing. I don't know what it is.
I guess she would be quicker to make a joke or something about it, yeah, or acknowledge the situation and something.
It's like a weird thing with your family, you know. Not your family.
And that's
but
why you don't watch movies with them.
Yeah, I mean, I've like picked up because my mom reads like a book a week, and I picked up random novels she's read that like The Godfather has like some real descriptive sex scenes in there. And
But it's art when it's a book.
when it's a book, yeah.
Literature. No, there aren't any actresses degrading themselves by getting naked on big screen.
Oh yeah, Mimi M, who contributed the super chat, she's bringing up the blowjob scene. Yeah, that
was a scene I wasn't thrilled to see, and I think the only reason it didn't taint the overall viewing experience with my dad was because the absurdity I think kind of edged it. We were both like, oh, but yeah, there have been more awkward moments for us personally.
Let's see here. Okay.
Ooh.
Josh, thank you, Ryan Delahunt, for that. Joshua Rodriguez, thanks for your super chat, buddy. Watch the John Cena movie Blockers with my mom and girlfriend. So many times my girlfriend looked at me like, oh my God, we did that. Why are we watching this?
I gotta catch up with Blockers.
To be reminded of your whimsical / sexual encounters with your girlfriend's mom right there. I feel like my girlfriend's mom would be okay with that. What's up, Teresa?
Verify that if you're watching.
Be like, your daughter and I wouldn't. Oh my gosh, she would. I hope she doesn't watch this. Then she'll send Olivia a text. Then it'll be awkward. I hope Olivia's not listening.
That's more likely.
No, in my luck, Olivia will be like, I'll just watch it later, and then she'll just skip around and then randomly get to this point.
Yeah. She'll land right on this moment.
Thank you, Joshua.
Yeah, brother.
What's right here?
More milk.
No, other people have taken over the milk thing. Maria Hammond, hey, you're in our chat. Thanks for being here, my dear.
Yeah.
Mr. McCorium's Wonder Emporium. Yeah, okay.
You just regret spending the time. Dustin Hoffman. When's part 2 coming? McCorium's even more Wonder Emporium.
Nino is saying Justice League. Yeah.
Why?
Nito Red Blue Velvet. Ooh.
Yes, agreed.
I'm sorry you had to go through that. Sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah, don't watch any of the heavier David Lynch with your face.
Get ready to fuck. You fucking fuckers. Get ready to fuck. Mommy. But that's a good Mother's Day reference. Blue Velvet. He's calling out his mommy.
Look at that. It's on topic.
Random Andy's channel back in the super chat game. Thank you, my friend. A weird thing my parents did when I was younger, when two characters simply kissed, they told us to look away and would quickly fast forward. Like, what? All it was just simply kissing. That's so bizarre. You've got a really bizarre family, right?
Gateway drug.
It is just kissing.
Prostitution.
It's a gateway drug to anal. Don't do it.
Yeah. It is. Hey, pretty soon, start kissing. You never know what's going to happen.
Parents kissing, then next thing you know, you got a wild orgy going on.
Next thing you know, you're rimming.
Dude, I'm sorry you went through that, Random Andy's channel. I mean, what did that do to your with your sexual nature? I can imagine because my mind, when I hear a comment like that, Random Andy's channel, it starts making me wonder what extra repression lifestyle did you lead with that? Are you even comfortable to look at yourself in the shower?
I mean,
I hope you super chat
drink
with a
yourself in. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, because that's the thing too, is that does have an effect on you, and you don't. I didn't realize it. Not to say that it's like the worst in the world, but it does affect the way you develop. I think those kinds of feelings, if sex scenes of any kind are just like an arm over your face moment, So yeah, to have that with kissing is even more. I'd be curious to hear more about your development.
We got Zeke in the chat saying, "I agree with Phantom Menace. My dad fell asleep."
Aww.
That's just a bummer of a situation right there.
But at least he got some I feel like it would be better almost watching an awkward movie with a parent who falls asleep.
But my dad would be okay if it was like a movie he really loved, like The Shining. He didn't try censor me at all with The Shining.
Well, because that's freaky.
Nor was he like, hey, you want to watch this together? He would just put it on.
Did he just a lot or
he watched The Shining a lot? I watched a lot of The Shining because I was over my dad's shoulder, and with naked old lady.
But I feel,
which is a very conflicting scene, by the way, because like the young woman's hot as fuck, and then the old lady is really repulsive.
I feel like that's why he didn't censor you, though, is because like it teaches you the lesson, especially when you're a kid who's prone to being like guilt ridden, because
put that boner down
a bit. Because that scene, it's not sexy by the end of it. So
That's very much true, John.
Mhm. Depending on your taste, of course.
Okay, so what do we got here?
Silent Hill. I could
skip
see
this here.
that. There's some pretty icky stuff in Silent Hill.
How
How did you watch Sonic the Hedgehog before the redesign with your family? I want that copy. Release the pre-design cut.
People, hey Xander, when was the last reaction video we did 2 yesterday, buddy?
Yeah,
just
keep up. Hit the notification bell.
The Notebook, that's an uncomfortable movie. I could see that.
All those emotions.
Yeah. That leads to a vulnerable experience in my family. It's a very uncomfortable experience.
I don't like crying near these people.
But actually, you know what? I'm very uncomfortable to cry at a movie with my family because I'm usually the only fucking one crying. If my mom's crying, then I'm okay. If my sister's crying, I'm okay.
If we're all crying. Yeah.
If I'm watching, I don't know if my brother would be cool. Like maybe nowadays my brother would be cool, but for some reason my brain is telling me if I'm crying at a movie and he's not crying, he's just gonna make fun of me while watching the movie. Yeah.
Oh, you a bitch the whole time.
I really think that.
Well, we got to put it to the test now. I want to see you guys watch an impactful drama.
Anissa Oliva still doing the super chat.
Say hi to your mother for me.
One hell, thank you, Anissa.
Say hi to your mother for me.
I also watched Blue is the Warmest Color with my mom and brother recently. Yeah, the worst moment in my life. What's Blue is the Warmest Color?
That is the lesbian romance movie. It's a foreign film. It came out a couple years ago, and I've heard since that it was kind of made a bit dubiously, but yes, it's a very sexual film.
You know, this topic just became a lot more fascinating because of your super chat, Nisa. Thank you. Because now I'm thinking, with the fact that there's more people quarantined with their families, they've probably stumbled across a few movies together or shows that they're probably uncomfortable to watch with their family. Because this is a recent experience for you, and you're unfortunately quarantined with your family right now. So I can imagine how many more people have stumbled upon some very unsettling R-rated films since then.
Yeah. Especially now, yeah, you're more prone now to just putting something on and checking it out,
Yeah.
rolling the dice.
Oh, gosh.
Maybe this will bring families closer together, though. Maybe this will ice break some uncomfortable conversations.
We got Jesselyn in the chat saying, biggest regret watching Shape of Water with dad and stepmom. Oh, but that was beautiful. When they started doing in the movie, when the fit, honestly, it's funny. We're talking so much about family. When my brother hated that moment, he hates that. When she agrees to have sex with Fish Boy, right? When they did it in the movie, I was like, fuck yeah. Thanks for going there.
Yeah.
Because most movies, you wouldn't fucking
pull
do
that punch.
And I'm glad you guys did it, because this is going to be really upsetting for a lot of people.
And they addressed the anatomy of how it would work.
I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. I agree 100%. I feel like I saw that with my family, and I feel like I was feeling a bit awkward, but yeah, I think the beauty outweighed it.
We got Movie Man Mark, great YouTuber.
Triple M.
Say, try watching Don John with the fam. Oh no, I would never watch
boys,
Don John with my
porn.
family. Oh god,
my boys, my porn, my weights.
So scary.
Yeah,
so scary.
Yeah, don't watch any movies about sex addicts with your family. Don't watch Shame or anything like that.
I know there's a bunch that I've seen with my family that are very uncomfortable. I love the pics you guys are all putting in this chat. I love the ones that people say in the chat that puzzle me as on how that's uncomfortable. Like we got Robert here saying Independence Day 2 and Resurgence and Suicide Squad. Like, why is that uncomfortable?
Because we all thought they were bad.
Did they beat you because you watched it with them?
What's with your taste? Why would you suggest we watch this crap?
Amber Jones saying Watchmen, watch with her dad as a kid. Yeah, I could see that being a very...
Especially during the Silk Spectre and Night Owl scene.
Oh, gosh.
And the big blue dick.
Yeah, I saw I brought this up in the last live stream. I saw Devil's Rejects with my mom in the theaters. That was a very unsettling experience, especially in the shower when they're in the hotel and then he puts the handgun down the woman's crotch. Yeah. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's a hardcore film. And you know what? Like, those are some uncomfortable moments too. Is like, I'll come in. those are a special kind because I'll come in sometimes to channel surfing, and like I remember once my mom was flipping channels and she was like, "Oh, House of a Thousand Corpses," and she knows I like that movie, and it was one of those where I was like, "Okay, it's on during a scene that's fine, but I also don't want you to watch too much of this because it's weird, like." I can tell you it's not for you, but somehow you watching more of it and then like knowing what it is that I like, is going to feel weird or something like that.
Oh, someone in the chat said Splice.
Yeah.
Oh my.
That is an awkward family movie.
I never saw
it.
saw Splice, but I watched the scenes because they sounded so ridiculous.
I'm like that movie.
Like there's no way the movie would go that far, would they?
Yeah.
And then I came across if you don't want to get Splice room for you, I won't do it. But
watch it.
There's some very strange, uncomfortable, weird sci-fi sex stuff that happens in it that I when I was reading the text, I was like, there's no way this movie would do it. And I watched a YouTube video reaction of people in the theater who were watching it for the first time that they just had to start recording it. And they were like, just in the theater screaming. And I'm like, oh my God, no, I can't. If anything, I'm doing a great promo to go watch Splice.
I like the movie.
So shocking. Even for me, I was shocked by what was going on.
Yeah, man. Good
call and Splice there. I'm sorry I missed your name in here. I'm trying to keep up with as many comments as possible. Appreciate everyone for being here, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Erica Tuesday, thanks for the super chat. Say hi to your mother for me. One day we will jacuzzi it up again.
Yes.
Got a weird shout out coming your way, by the way, on a YouTube video. She super chatted $6.66. You devil, you.
Not today, Satan.
At 13. Oh, I saw this movie with my folks. Very uncomfortable shit. At 13, I saw The Devil's Advocate with my parents, aunt, and grandma.
No!
The incest and orgy sculptures scarred me and made me want to disappear out of the theater. Of course. I saw that at home. I could have left the room, and because they didn't make me leave the room, I stayed. And it was fucking awkward as shit, man.
Yeah.
Devil's Advocate. Great call. Bringing back some childhood experiences right there. That's for sure.
Literally all of this is making me just so glad that I never watched Under the Skin with my family. I don't know why that popped into my mind, but yeah. Devil's Advocate. Oof, that's a toughie.
Alien.
That's also got some messed up like religious subtext too.
True.
Right? Yeah.
Alien versus Predator. I'm seeing a lot of the chat. We're trying to also keep up with some of the super chats so we can get back to being able to flash them on screen. We're gonna figure out OBS this coming week, so that way we can properly because we want to super chat that deserve to be flashed up on screen.
See your credits.
So we're trying to catch up here.
You to get your flowers.
Zombie strippers, Xander says. Jesus.
you get what you pay for.
Let's see here.
Ed Wood. Anissa, was that awkward to watch with your family?
Robert is saying Lincoln. I didn't think they passed the amendment. And then once they did, I was like, gotta get out of here. This is gonna be an awkward situation. My parents thought they were gonna rewrite history in this.
We projected it on our Union Jack flag. So
a lot of people in the chat have been saying Game of Thrones, and I can imagine that being very more uncomfortable than
That that show has been recommended multiple times to my family with me in the room, and every time it's the most I can do not to interrupt the person because I'm just like, I know it in my bones. If I show my mom this show, she's gonna hate it.
Honestly, I can totally get why sex is more uncomfortable than violence for anyone around the world, because I've kind of chalked it up to the MPAA and the way we are as a culture in America of how we're way more uncomfortable with sex out here than we are with violence, yet movies and stuff in the other parts of the world are way more comfortable with sexuality but not so comfortable with violence. But I think it could be more universal with sex being uncomfortable to watch with your family because we all have sexual desires and it's something that's innate within us, and we can get reactionary and triggered by it and drawn to it too, especially if we're in private.
When it takes so much less time.
And it's something that also parents are concerned with their kids growing up often. of it. I think there naturally it can be more uncomfortable just with and it's just a taboo thing because it's something most of us want to experience but don't want to talk about with their parents unless we're Chris Evans.
Well, yeah, and I think sex is a bit more complicated than a lot of violence is.
Right.
Just in the nuances and the contexts and those kinds of feelings, even just in regular life, can be very conflicting.
Yeah.
So I also get that point of like, I might not know how to explain this to you.
We got Matrix. Someone in chat saying Matrix 2, the sex scene. Yes, that could be very.
That was awkward.
I saw that with my family too, and it was uncomfortable as shit.
The most uncomfortable, and it came up again when we were watching the Matrix 2 on TV for a minute, and it was the reason the channel got changed was because it was during the Merovingian scene where you do that,
zoom in on the vagina.
yeah. And it's like, oh, wow, what a moment to tune in for.
Yeah. I mean, Ethan Holgate in the chat saying something really, really true. Sex is awkward for some people to watch. Violence is fun to watch with meaning. Yeah. Violence can be fun. So can sex. I don't know.
You know what? Joyous sexy and fun sexy is an underserved sexy.
All right. Where are we at here?
Okay. Random Andy.
Random Andy's channel back in the super chat.
Howdly doodly.
He's saying, you can say hi to my mother yourself. She's been looking down from heaven for the. Oh my God.
It's okay.
It's okay. We didn't know. Random Andy's channel says, you can say hi to my mother yourself. She's been looking down from heaven for the past 2 years. Love your moms and cherish every moment. You can't ask for a better friend than a mother. Well, yes, by us saying say hi to your mother for me, we are saying hi to her right now. May she rest in peace. I know what it's like to lose a parent. It's only been a couple years. I know how rough that can be. But you seem like you turned out to be a pretty good kid. You seem like you love the hell out of your mom, dude. So I'm sure she's proud of you, and I'm happy to know you. And thanks for the contribution, by the way. Hi to Random Andy's channel, mother.
Much
hi to
love.
Random Andy. What would you call her? Miss Random Andy's channel.
Madam Random Andy.
Matter
Random Andy.
Thank you, Random Andy. Anissa back in here. Thanks for the super chat, Anissa. That awkward moment in high school where you're in the car with a guy you friend zoned and he puts on Grind on Me by Pretty Ricky. Yeah, we're not friends. What? Who did that to you? You should not be friends with that guy.
Yeah.
Especially if you already clearly friend zoned him. Yeah. Cut it out, Anissa.
That's a weird.
I'm sorry for doing that, Anissa. I'm sorry.
I really would love to have been a fly on the wall for that. Why did he put it on? Like, why did he queuing up a song like that and expecting it to have some kind of profound effect is fascinating to me.
Where are we at here? Humans are Gone Girl. Yeah, that would be uncomfortable. Oh man, have you seen it yet?
No, and in fact, you know what?
Jesus, Sean.
I have it, and the funny thing is, I'm glad I didn't watch it with my family because they watched it together and they hated that movie.
They hated it?
They really don't like that movie.
Oh, I love that
movie. It was a good movie. I
loved it, but there is a very uncomfortable sex scene in that movie that leads to something violent.
Yeah.
I would love to be in the room with your family when they watch that scene.
Oh, well, you're welcome to try. I don't fully regret it, but I felt pretty awkward watching The Master in the theaters. My dad.
I haven't seen that yet. I almost put it on the other day.
Oh, you got some comfortable things to look forward to.
Archer PA, thank you for your super chat, dude.
Hey.
He says,
"Mother,
hey, Greg and John, I watched the movie Her, and my parents were in the other room. Early on, during a specific scene, my dad asked me if I was watching porn in the living room, and I said, kind of."
Watching very thoughtful, melancholy porn.
Oh yeah, when he's like
when he's doing the surrogate bit.
Oh yeah, when he's first starts having sexual romance with Scarlett Johansson, Samantha. Yeah, and he's like touching himself. Ooh, you know a masturbation scene would be more uncomfortable for me to watch in my family than with. That's a good call, Archer PA.
Kick-Ass, that was one. I thought Kick-Ass could maybe fly at home, but I don't think it went over the tone wasn't right. And there's a masturbation scene in that movie.
I saw some movie when I was younger, and I don't know what it was that I watched in my family. Because it was one of those movies they rented, but I didn't know. Maybe you guys in the chat might be able to pinpoint what this movie is. This would be a fun game for you guys. So there was something about it was a little bit historical, kind of like maybe 100, 200 years ago, where it takes place, and it was like these lesbians, and then they want to kill the mom, and then by the close to the end of the movie, they start beating the shit out of the mom with a rock, like they're like smashing it on her face, and there's just blood coming down her. And it's like this real horrific scene. That's all I was like. I wasn't even like 10 years old when I saw it.
God, I can't place.
And I have no idea what this movie is. All I have are like fragmented images of it, of like these lesbians who plot to kill one of the lesbians' mom, and then they beat the shit out of her with a rock. And it's very brutal stuff.
Damn.
I'm looking through the comments to see if anyone's been able to pinpoint it.
I'm thinking all I can. Oh, I don't even have a guess. All I can think of is Lucky McKee's The Woman, which I'm really happy I didn't watch with my family.
Oh, someone in the chat saying watch with her mom, Magic Mike. I'd be comfortable to watch it with my mom because I'd be worried she's into it. I'd be more uncomfortable with my mom being into like sexually aroused by something, you know?
Beautiful creature, heavenly creatures. Wait, are beautiful creatures and heavenly creatures different? Why would that be awkward? That's like a teen romance, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we got Archer PA here. We thank you, Archer PA. Anissa Oliva back at it again. Thank you, Anissa. Also, Action Industries is live the same time y'all are now. I have to choose. What? Ben LOL JK. It's a no-brainer. Besides, I watched them earlier. Don't you dare leave our live stream for theirs. Don't you dare. When we were on their live stream just this past week, you already contributed to the super chat there.
You've given them enough.
You don't need to be there anymore. All right. You can unsubscribe as soon as you can.
I don't want to see you in their chat.
I'm just kidding. If you want to go to Action Industries, they are great gentlemen, and they deserve more support. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. But I really hope you don't fucking leave and go over to there. But thank you for letting me know, Anissa.
You could always watch it after you're finished here.
Oh, I'm interested in this one right here.
Ooh.
Thank you, Anissa. Thank you. You're so sweet. Anissa sent me this video on Instagram that was a Chloe Grace Moretz interview about, you know, the lack of inequality in the industry, and when she realizes 16 years old how she was being sexualized by producers. It's a very fascinating interview, and
I bet
Chloe Grace Moretz, like, she has a fucking work ethic, you know, and she is a like, I found it to be a very empowering interview. I'm not even like a woman, but I found it like to be a very empowering, insightful interview. So thank you for sharing that with me, Anissa.
Not bad.
Greg, we're answering your questions. What?
Heavenly Creatures is the movie.
The movie's Heavenly Creatures?
So it's not Beautiful Creatures. Okay, there we go. Heavenly Creatures.
Heavenly Creatures is the movie? Let's watch it right now. Yeah, that's it. You guys found it.
You solved a lifelong mystery.
That's it.
By Peter Jackson? Damn. What genre is
oh my
this?
God.
I've never seen this movie. Oh my goodness. Melanie Linsky and Kate Winslet?
Oh my God. I can finally overcome my traumas by facing
watching this movie.
Oh yeah, see, 94. I told you. I was like, I know
child.
I'm not a kid. I know I wasn't even like 10 when I saw this. Man, Heavenly Creatures. What should I type in to make sure this? Oh no, this is definitely the movie. I have not seen this movie since I was.
We should react to the trailer silently.
Thank you guys for finding the movie. Thank you guys. Oh,
y'all are
you guys are on it.
Y'all are terrific.
Thank you. The live stream.
Love y'all.
Thank you.
I'm glad. You know what? Just for for our people who tune in here, it makes me very happy that y'all were able to pull together a deep cut like that.
Michael Williams, thank you so much for your super chats, buddy. Thank you. Deadshot versus Bullseye. Deadshot versus Bullseye. Well, if we're talking Will Smith's. If I know we're sidetracking here, but you contribute the super chats. We got it. Deadshot versus Bullseye. If we're talking Will Smith's Deadshot versus Colin Farrell's Bullseye, I think by what's displayed on screen, it would be Will Smith's Deadshot. I think if it was Will Smith's Deadshot versus the Bullseye from Daredevil season 3, I would give it up to that Bullseye. There's your answer.
Fair enough.
What about you guys in the live stream? Who do you think will win, Deadshot or Bullseye?
Mm-hmm.
I would say Bullseye.
Probably. Yeah, for some reason, I feel like it would be Bullseye.
Man, I'm so happy that you guys found that Heavenly Creatures movie for me. That shit was must have been really popular because the fact that I was able to like remember just slight fragments. Because I remember like they're laying in a bathtub at one point, so I'm like, oh, they must be gay. And
stands to reason.
But yeah, so fascinating.
All right.
Mimi M back in the super chats. Thank you, Mimi M. Watch Knocked Up with a group of about 10 family and friends. About 10 family members and family friends at my grandmother's house. I was 11, complete awkward silence, heard every moment. That's like, Knocked Up would have been a very uncomfortable movie for me to watch with my family too, Mimi, because especially when I want to laugh at something, because then I know my family's going to judge me for finding it funny, and they're going to think something negatively about me for finding a sex comedy funny.
Yep.
And they're gonna tell me that it's not fun. I'm like, you can't change my mind on what's funny. Unless it's like I'm watching Saving Private Ryan and I'm laughing hysterically during the first opening battle.
we need to
look at all this. This is fucking hilarious. then you could question what I find funny. But if something is intended for comedic purposes and I'm laughing, you can't change that. Now I just feel bad for finding it funny. So I'm sorry you went through that, Mimi M. I can imagine that being a very uncomfortable experience.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, especially at your grandma's house.
Oh, Giselle's saying they watch Donkey Punch with the family. Jesus Christ.
Your family has to be into like esoteric films if you watch Donkey Punch together. Did you just randomly find it and we're like, what's this?
Amber's clarifying in the live stream that Magic Mike was uncomfortable. Oh, whoa. She's saying it was uncomfortable. We were watching Magic Mike because they were both attracted to the men during the movie. Oh, what a weird shared experience.
I see. Yeah, it's like on the in the general, I think that's endearing, and I wish that could be.
You think that's endearing?
If you like, you're watching a movie like Magic Mike with your mom, and you and your mom both find the Magic Mikes hot.
All right, John, let's play the scenario out a little bit. Okay, let's say you're watching Showgirls with your dad. You and your dad watching Showgirls.
I'm not saying I wouldn't be uncomfortable. And
then your dad's clearly turned on by what's on screen, and you're turned on. And let's say your dad does a little bit of a. Wouldn't that be fucking weird?
I guess so. I guess okay. If you're both sitting there going, these people are attractive, and we can both appreciate that, and the mood is light, that's one thing. If you're both going, I'm getting worked up right now, then yeah, I don't want to be a part of that. But if you have an open enough, family communication, comfortability to the point where you're like, oh yeah, I think they're attractive too, that's fine with me. If you're both like, I need to find a closet or something real quick, like, no, no, thank you.
If you and your dad fight for the closet after Showgirls, I can see that happening with your dad. What's up, Bruce? Hey, Bruce.
Hey.
A lot of people throughout this whole live stream that we've been live, a lot of people have been mentioning Sausage Party. I feel like people were very misled. They thought it would just be like a raunchy dialogue-driven comedy,
or maybe people see that's the problem with the fact that we, in the West at least, kind of assume animation's for kids only, because I have a feeling there were a lot of uncomfortable family viewings of that movie.
Hey, Amber, if you were comfortable with your mom doing it, then okay. I don't judge. I'm saying if I was in your position, I'd be uncomfortable. But if you're not, you're a little uncomfortable, though. Different men. I regret watching Cult of Chucky with Nika start having. Oh gosh. All right. Here we go. Hey, and there are people who are thinking that we might have missed your super chats. Don't worry, we haven't. We're just hopping around between like the regular live stream chats, and we're trying to make sure we're reading everyone's.
Spread the love.
But yeah, no worry. If you did contribute a super chat, we will be reading yours out loud. Trust me, with a proper thank you. Anissa's back in the super chats. Reading super chats.
MVP of the game.
Hell yeah! What's up, Anissa?
Say hi to your mother for me again.
I'm kidding. I love the gas jokes. LOL. She doesn't even know what we were talking about. Huh? Well, in case your mom doesn't know what we were talking about with the gas jokes,
It's an innuendo.
basically that we have an ongoing joke. Anissa's mom, I hope you're watching.
Mm-hmm.
We have an ongoing joke that John will bang you at the gas station one day. Mm-hmm. And this was Anissa's idea. So don't blame me, Anissa's mom.
Or me.
Just saying, yeah. This was Anissa's idea. We were just honoring her commentary wishes.
Yeah, you know, your wishes are commands.
Nancy, hey Nancy. Oh, you changed your username. I recognize your profile. You changed your username in the middle of this live stream.
My sweet Nan.
Thank you for your super chat, Nancy. Not awkward, but when I rented Napoleon Dynamite, remember Napoleon Dynamite? I walked out of that movie, thought it was ridiculous, and then I was laughing about it with the same friends I walked out of that movie with, and we're like, this shit was actually kind of funny. Let's go back and watch it. Went back a week later, thought it was hilarious.
It's one of those, and funny enough, it was just on the other night, so I saw a good half of it for the first time in years.
Was John Heder?
John Heder, yeah.
Ah, poor guy.
And oh damn, who played Pedro? Because he went on to do some stuff too.
The thing with John Heder and Napoleon, I'm going to properly read your super chat in a second, Nancy. Yeah, the thing with John Heder, I remember what happened was people were like, he does that character so well, Napoleon Dynamite. And then they saw him in like interviews and other movies, and they realized he kind of just comes across a little bit like Napoleon Dynamite. Yeah. So if it was something where he came across totally different, he might have had a longer career. But I think he couldn't break out of the Napoleon Dynamite image.
I can see that. I'd be curious to hear what he sounds like now, but I liked him in Blades of Glory.
He was funny in Blades of Glory,
yeah. He's one where like I've seen him in a few other things, and I was like, oh, I like you. I wish you, had stuck a little more.
Anyway, Nancy, back to your super chat. Not awkward, but when I rented Napoleon Dynamite, my mom, baffled, asked if that was what passed for humor with my generations.
I can understand.
I can get that.
I feel like that was another one where, you know what, those were two movies, and Hot Rod was a more intense version of this because I think I saw Napoleon Dynamite first with my dad in the theater, so I had a little backup. But yeah, I feel like Bringing It Home, especially Hot Rod, that first viewing was so flat and so awkward and so quiet, and I couldn't even laugh because it is that thing you're talking about where I was like, I don't want to laugh when no one's enjoying this.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, like, it had that same effect where it kind of stuck in everyone's brain, and now, like, whenever it's on, we watch it. So it was almost this, but not.
Quentin Logan in our live stream. Nice to see you here, buddy.
Hey.
All right. Okay. I'm trying to find what's a movie we haven't mentioned yet, because you gotta understand, people come in and out of the live stream.
Love Actually.
So I want to be naming movies that people haven't named yet, or we haven't called out yet.
Love Actually.
I saw Love Actually in the theaters with with family friend, and it was David Henry from Wizard of Waverly Place. His mom was in the theater with us, and David's younger brother Lorenzo was in there too.
Yeah. Was Brandon there?
I don't know, but then Brandon's irrelevant to the story, right? So, and then there was so much sex happening in that movie with the porn stuff,
porn couple,
and that David's mom and David took David's younger brother out of the theater and then went to go watch something else. And we just watched the rest of the movie.
Yeah. Yes, I remember feeling really awkward telling when it was first revealed that I'd seen it, but I feel like we've watched it since then, and the like sweetness of the couple like transcends that, so we can watch Love Actually.
It's true. Okay, so
that's a rare example actually of like a movie with a lot of nudity that we can usually make it through without much issue.
Michael Williams, hey, thanks for your super chat, dude. Back at it. I regret watching Monsters Ball. Monsters Ball was one of the first movies I brought up during this live stream. I watched that with my brother and dad. It was very awkward because of that one sex scene, and she ran in my room and thought I was watching porn. See, I haven't had that. I mean, I shared that experience with you on Monsters Ball of how strongly of an uncomfortable experience that was for me to watch with my family. Have you seen Monsters Ball?
No.
Watch some movies, Sean.
Okay.
I know when you're about to say no.
Yeah,
I can tell.
I
There's a hesitation when you have seen a movie. You go,
I've seen the sex scene from Monsters Ball.
You just skip right to that.
It was so many years ago, probably. I don't know. He was probably on TV or something, or maybe somebody rented it. But yeah, not yet.
Did they do it in real life?
In that scene,
Not
or
in
just
seeing it in real life?
because I've heard they did it for real in the scene.
Nah, it's just that's bullshit. No way.
But I would believe they did. I feel like Billy Bob and Halle Berry would get down.
I've never had a moment in my life where I'm watching something that has sex in it and my parents come in and they think that I'm watching a porn, you know? But plenty of people in this live stream have said that they've had that happen to them. Like, are you watching porn? But I've never had that happen to me.
Has anybody ever had it happen where you're watching, like, because sometimes, cries of agony can mirror cries of ecstasy. So has anybody ever been, like, watching a horror movie where, like, some girl's, like, screaming and moaning in pain, and somebody from the other room is like, "Are you watching a porno?" Because I feel like that has to happen at some point because, I feel like you could also use that as an excuse. Like, it's not porn, it's a scary movie.
Oh, people are talking in the live stream about the movie Revenge. Yeah, that would be a very uncomfortable movie to watch with family members.
Don't watch Revenge with your family. Don't watch Irreversible with your family. Don't watch I Spit on Your Grave with your family.
Yeah, there's been people in this live stream who have been saying they watch like Irreversible with their family. Now, I can believe that someone might have accidentally stumbled on that. Then there's people who are saying they watch Serbian film with their family. I don't believe you did. There's no way.
Now you're Now you're just showing off.
Now you're just trying to win.
Yeah.
There's no winning here. Sir Sarragan X, thanks for your super chat, dude. Watch Swordfish with my parents at the drive-in theater.
Oh, Swordfish.
Another Halle Berry movie. We got two Halle Berry super chat mentions in a row. Got awkward when that scene where Hugh Jackman was getting head in the movie when I sat between my parents. Oh yeah,
where he has to do the hack. What a weird scene.
I forgot about that.
What a weird that was like the early 2000s, right? That's a very, it seems like that kind of era scene.
That was so stupid.
Yeah, and John Travolta with that like quintessential early 2000s cool guy hair and goatee combination.
I could see if you guys haven't seen Swordfish, basically John Travolta is looking to recruit a hacker played by Hugh Jackman, and in order for him to determine if he can work under pressure, he assigns some girl to it just happens suddenly against Hugh Jackman's wishes to start performing oral sex on him while he's on while he's like trying to hack into something. And I could see the writer of that being like, "Oh, this would be so sexy and cool," but imagine if you really had to do this. It's so dumb. Yeah,
that's probably just his role play fantasy. Whoever wrote that, like, keep it for your intimate time.
Why would The Nice Guys be an uncomfortable movie to watch with your family? I feel like that'd be a great movie. The Wrestler. Yeah, I mean, depending on the age you're at, I could see how that could be oh, wait, no, there's some like pretty. No,
when he's having sex with chicks. Yeah.
Yeah. Think about it.
I saw that with my dad in the theaters. It wasn't a regrettable experience, but those moments were a little bit awkward. What was the movie we were just talking about right before that?
Swordfish?
Swordfish? Nah. If it comes back to me, it comes back to me.
What's the In-Betweeners?
Oh, I don't. Oh, is that a?
There's people in the chat saying we got to start watching it.
Is it a show?
I don't know. We got to
Maybe
hire
better.
a moderator.
Yeah, we should somebody to like cull and sort out these things. And send them our way.
But then I feel like I lose the personability when we're not in the chat.
Well, this is the charm. Is the sort of plucky, we're DJing, we're looking around.
I think we're almost catching up on the super chats. We're gonna start flashing them on the screen.
We're so
almost
close.
There. Brittany Lang's back here. Thank you, Brittany Lang. Wait a minute. I want to go back to Sarragan X's super chat. It's not at the drive-in theater.
I want to go to one.
I don't know.
Now's the time.
This is a recent experience. Yeah.
There are some that still run, and
but they're playing Swordfish. Yeah.
I guess they've been around for a while, and that must have been the big movie that weekend.
Brittany Lang can't think of any movie. Thank you for your super chat. Keep changing that profile pic every week. I wish we were caught up to the point where we can flash it on screen. We will get proper OBS.
Hold on a second. We could.
I'm trying not to make sure we lose. Okay. All right. Brittany Lang, thank you. Thank you, my dear. Can't think of any movie with this question of the week, but just wanted to stop by and say hi. Well, thank you for saying hi.
Thank you very
in the best possible way through a super chat. Thank you. Thank you, Brittany. Very sweet of you. I hope happy Mother's Day to you. You are a mother. Happy Mother's Day to you, Brittany.
Now watch a Serbian film with your daughter.
And then, okay, I think we're here. We are.
We're done.
Deadeye
We got there.
616. What a major contribution you have made. We
Oh
caught up on the right one.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I thank you so much,
you
Deadeye.
so
That's a big
much.
contribution, dude. Thank you. I asked my aunt to take me to go see Jay. Oh, I saw that with my family. That was such an awkward experience.
Oh,
Just go see Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back when it came out of theaters. I was 13. Need I say more? Whoa, are we the same age? When did Jay and Silent Bob come out?
That could have been
because 2001. Okay, so you're probably a couple years older than us. Yeah, I don't blame you. I saw that with my family too.
Yeah.
And if I don't know what point in this live stream you came in on the chat, but my family not a fan of crude or vulgar humor at all. They're Catholics, so it was watching that movie was a terrible idea to say the least.
Yeah,
just like 10 shoulders the whole time.
You know, it's funny, and
I real quick, I did get based off of Jay and Silent Bob. I did get a crush on Eliza Dushku after that movie.
Oh yes, I remember when she hit the scene.
Yeah,
it's funny because I feel like I dodged an awkward family viewing bullet because there was a moment in time where like I remember my family was really into Dogma, but I wasn't allowed to watch it with them except for the shit monster scene. So I feel like that would have been, and also. The Nice Guys, that's what it was. I get it because of the porn stuff and because like there is some like
it's not that.
It's not like there is that like the chick is like idyllic and dead and naked at the beginning. But yeah, that's a movie that like another one where when it's on, we just watch it. Because that was one I took my family to. I'm rarely confident enough in like my taste appealing to other people to be like, we got to go watch this. That was a movie I saw and I was like, you know what, guys, we all got to go watch this because I think we're going to have a good time. And we saw that in the theater.
Hey, Deadeye 616, thank you again for such a big ass super chat. Thank you. That's really kind of you.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Verdugo's and I refreshed the chat to make sure we're caught up, and somehow I messed up on here.
Okay.
We need
more.
We need a different. We're gonna get a different live stream service, I promise, or we're gonna figure out OBS so we can properly showcase everyone who contributes to the super chat. Well, what are people talking about in just the normal chat? What are they? I love reading your guy. It's fun looking in the live stream because you guys go back and forth, so it's always fun seeing the subscribers interact with each other.
The Wolfman 2010, my mom and I went to see together in the theaters, and we actually enjoyed it. So I don't share that with you. Piranha 3D would definitely, though, be awkward to watch with your family.
Giselle saying Kingpin with my uncle. You know what was really uncomfortable? I saw Kingpin, the mini series on NBC, and sometimes it surprises the hell out of me what NBC can get away with. And yeah, there was some crazy ass. I was very uncomfortable watching that with my mom.
I regret seeing part of Kingpin on TV with my family. Yeah, because those Fairley brothers, man. When they're not curing racism, they like to be raunchy.
All right, Anthony Paul, goodbye.
Yes.
If you start spamming, you're gone.
I like
you're
Daniel
gone.
Bryan
Anthony
too,
Paul's
but
gone. Don't worry, guys.
It.
I like Valentine's Day. Why would that be an uncomfortable movie to watch with your family?
Because everybody just starts getting hot over Taylor Lautner.
Bernie Alvarado back in the live stream. He is saying Evil Dead, the tree scene. The remake one is worse. Gosh,
it is.
Because the original is kind of ambiguous, but the remake one is like very direct.
The original has at least one or two very non-ambiguous shots to that sequence. Because there's a crotch shot that the remake doesn't have.
Oh, really? I don't remember that.
There is a whoop, like right direct hit shot.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. In fact, I've heard it said. I don't know the trueness of this, but I've heard it said that Sam Raimi actually kind of regrets putting that in for the kind of meme it's become, because that wasn't the intent, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, is the In-Betweeners, is that like an Australian horror thriller or something like that? I feel like I've heard the title, but
Yes Man, the blowjob scene I'm seeing Fraser talking about in the live stream. That's true.
There's a blowjob scene in Yes Man?
It's implied. She takes off her teeth, the old woman.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah.
All right. Verdugo Silver, thanks for your super chat, my dude.
Verdugo
Silver. Say hi to your mother for me. If she's still around. I watched John Wick 3 with my uncle, not realizing my 9-year-old cousin would be joining. Oh no.
At what point in the watching experience did that happen?
Wait a minute. Your uncle should have thought it's John Wick 3. It's not John Wick 1. Your uncle should have known better.
Yeah.
I watched John Wick 3 with my uncle, not realizing my 9-year-old cousin would be joining. She had to leave when the guy got slowly stabbed in the eye.
Oh, I forgot
almost
about that.
I mean, fuck. That's I when I read your super chat here, that sounds like you feel responsible, but you have no reason to be at fault. It's John Wick 3.
It's John Wick 3. Right? At what was there literally nothing else to watch, and you had to watch something?
If he saw half of John Wick 1, he would know what he's walking into with John Wick. Unless he's like, I've never seen John Wick. I should go watch it. And you're like, yeah, fucking come, uncle.
Yeah, I mean, was your cousin there from the start, or was it like, oh, we're 5 minutes in? By the way, come in here, bud. We're watching a movie.
Yeah. Sorry you went through that, dude. Sorry about your cousin. Hopefully your cousin's not traumatized. Hopefully your 9-year-old cousin doesn't grow up and become some type of serial killer because they accidentally watched John Wick 3 with you for Dugo. That's what I'm really worried about for you.
Maybe they'll just become overly protective pets.
Let's see here. Yeah, In-Betweeners is a UK raunchy comedy. Okay. I feel like I've heard of the In-Betweeners.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard the name definitely, but
is that the what was the show that James Corden did? I know it's not the In-Betweeners, but what was the show James Corden before he got the James Corden show?
Oh, I'm not sure. I know his like earlier movie work and stuff like that. I don't remember him being on.
American Pie. I've seen a few people on the live stream mention American Pie. I saw that with my family too.
That's a classic. I don't want to watch this with my family movie.
You guys got to understand, there was a time way before, and it still happens. It's easier to avoid this shit now because you can. There's a website like my girlfriend. She cannot stand animal deaths in movies. So there's a website called doesthedogdie.com. And this is good if you're a parent out there, and I feel like this is a good Mother's Day tip if you happen to be here too, by the way. I believe it was Miss Movies. Happy Mother's Day to you, by the way, Miss Movies. I believe it was her who told me about this website first. And doesthedogdie.com will basically tell you, like, is there alcohol? Is there drugs? Is there violence? Is there animal deaths? What kind of animals? They get there's a lot of questions, and it's very descriptive. So a lot of times if I'm about to watch a movie where I feel like there could be an animal death, I'll look it up on this website to make sure if there's an animal death or not. And I forgot why I brought up this website. What were we talking about before?
Well, I was the point that you were getting at the idea that nowadays it's really easy to find out what content.
You can prevent because even on MPAA ratings, I remember they used to not say why something was rated PG or PG-13 or R.
Yeah, you'd never know there was pervasive language and thematic elements.
You never knew if it was just because of strong language
or some smoking
or a scene of sex or something. You know?
Intense depictions of weather is a real one.
So now it's just a giant gamble. Back then, it was a gamble. You didn't know exactly why.
Mm-hmm. Remember that? Is like before you could rent a PG-13 movie and still have a chance of regretting that.
Yeah.
Whereas now I don't feel like it's as obvious.
Hey, Bernie Alvarado in the super chats. Thank you, Bernie Alvarado. Happy Mother's Day to your mother. All mothers deserve universal health care.
Paid maternal leave.
Movie I regret watching my parents' Hot Tub Time Machine. No way. I cannot handle that.
No.
Not with my folks.
No.
No way in hell could I handle that with my folks.
There's some raunch in that movie. I'm
not gonna lie.
The wife from Mad Men in that movie.
My brother is pretty. My brother Jabby Kowe. There's this really funny Instagram account called Jabby Achara Memes that always does these memes of like how Jabby constantly talks about his ex-girlfriends. So he's generally a lot more comfortable talking about like relationship stuff, sex stuff than I am. Mm-hmm. But I still feel this childhood subconscious thing that even if it's a sex comedy, like Hot Tub Time Machine, I would still be uncomfortable to watch it with my brother. It would just go off in my brain. Like I shouldn't be laughing at this.
Yeah.
Like when I was going by the whole Ryan Wright thing, I would be uncomfortable to be Ryan Wright around my brother.
I can see that. Yeah. If you don't connect on that wavelength, then totally.
Yeah.
Because it's like I don't have. I didn't have that.
Thanks for your super chat, Bernie. You don't mess with the Zohan. That's an uncomfortable one.
That's a family favorite in my house. But I can see why.
Anissa, I miss Blockbuster Video too. I loved paying like $18 for a 5-day rental.
Yes.
It was great.
Well, when Netflix was killing them, they started to get real affordable. Them and Hollywood Video, I miss them too.
Yeah.
Odyssey went away. Remember Odyssey Video?
Odyssey Video? They
It's
were
dead.
on the brink of going away for like 10 years.
I know, but once they were the last video store, I thought it would work out.
Mimi saying Kingsman: The Golden Circle. Really? Ethan Hawke?
Yeah. I wouldn't. Like half of my brain was like, we could watch a second Kingsman movie, but like there's at least one sequence in that scene that I just wouldn't want to have to talk about.
Gavin and Stacy's The James Corden Show. Thank you, Daniel Jones.
Oh, okay.
By the way, it's got me curious, guys. Whoever's in the live stream right now, just quickly name what country you're in right now, or if you're in the U.S., what state you're in.
Oh,
fun to know.
Euro Trip.
It'd be fun to track the analytics of the live stream here.
I remember when Euro Trip was like such a huge deal, and I feel for you if you watch that with your family, that or Road Trip.
Team America with your dad and sister, Jacob. Oh my God, I cannot handle that.
I have handled that.
When I read the pics you guys put, I just immediately put myself in my situation with my family, and I'm just like, no, wouldn't want that.
I watched Team America with my family, and it went over okay, actually. To be honest.
All right, so I just threw out there in the live stream what country or state you're from. We got TM in Texas, Eli in
Puerto Rico,
Washington, Arizona,
California
Texas,
desert,
Ireland. Giselle's from Ireland. Ireland.
England.
Amber Jones from England. Amber Jones.
We got Philadelphia or Pennsylvania,
Indiana, Massachusetts, fucking cacksuckers.
Illinois. We got
England, Nisa, of course, Texas, and
the
Netherlands.
So you don't feel awkward about anything.
California, Minnesota,
Canadians. All right.
Wow, this is fun.
A lot of Ireland.
So many people from all different places. Quebec. Holy shit.
I always want to say Philadelphia. But PA is Pennsylvania.
Wales. That's where Christian Bale's from when he switches in and out of accents.
Yeah. In fact,
Chicago, Illinois.
We just watched a Doctor Who episode that took place in Wales.
Wow. Thank you guys. It's so cool. People from all parts of the world. Fuck Zoom meetings. This is what it's all about.
Yeah.
Oh, Mimi's in California.
Hey.
One day we'll bump into each other. Arkansas from Jacob. Okay, Chris Wamoff, dude, you got to respond to me on Patreon, man. Kalamazoo, Michigan.
That's right.
Well, thank you guys. All right.
Jones. Oi, Amber Jones. How you doing?
Let's see here.
Who we on?
Random Andy's channel. Thanks again for another super chat, dude. Okay, so if you guys are kind of tuning in just now, I was talking because Random Andy's channel sounds like with his upbringing when it came to censoring movies, I was curious as to know what like others kinds of sexual repression issues that might have potentially led to. Because I wanted to have a psychological discussion here with Random Andy's channel on this live
That's what
stream.
this was really about all along. We just needed to get there.
And he said, as a family and man who believes sex after marriage, as a family who believes in sex after marriage, us kids knew our parents would kill us and ground us for a long time from even hanging out with the opposite sex.
Oh, wow.
I made out once 10 years ago. Okay, so you yourself also... he said, shh, my bad. I thought you were telling me to shush, and I was like, what the fuck did I do, John?
No, just don't mention that makeout. Are these beliefs that you hold or carried further, or did they inspire you to not live that way?
I can identify with that. Growing up Catholic, there was a point for like a week where I contemplated going into priesthood. That's not a joke. All my friends who I told just fucking were like, "You're not gonna do that." Because I was very adamant too at one point in my life about waiting to have sex until after marriage. Around the time of 17, I changed my mind. And then when I was 28, I really changed my mind. Get it? I lost my virginity so late. That's the joke. No, I'm just joking. But no, respect if you're gonna wait that long. I mean, I know someone. I won't say who because this is very private, but I know someone who like had a lot of sexual encounters in his life, and then he became a born again. No, he became like a very devoted Catholic down the road, and then he didn't even kiss his now wife, who he has a child with, until the day of their wedding. Wow. That's how strict he was. That's how fucking Catholic he was.
Interesting.
Kevin James from King of Queens is who I'm talking about.
You knew it. You
guys knew it. I'm good friends with Kevin James.
Can't keep the J man. You can't get the J man going.
I know some people. All right.
I wish
fun.
Kevin James would kiss me.
But thank you, Random Maddie's channel, for being willing to be open and share. Zach Gallo, thanks for your super chat, dude. Oh, what an interesting one. Zeke Gallo, sorry. What an interesting one. Amistad in class. A teacher tried to put up a piece of paper for the nude scenes. Hashtag Action Army. Nice burn.
Oh, goodness.
Amistad in class. Well, you went to film school.
Yeah.
Can you relate with this one at all? With like what you say, like watch Irreversible in film school?
That was exactly the point. We didn't watch the whole film, but we had a project where we had to bring in clips and break them down and note what the cinematography was doing for the various scenes or whatever. And somebody brought in the scene from Irreversible, like not even just the worst scene you can. And we all didn't want to.
Well, I mean, if you guys haven't seen Irreversible, it's like a 17-minute a sexual assault scene.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if we watched all 17 minutes, but we watched. It was. Yeah, it was very awkward. Like when it was one of those things where you could feel the gears in the teacher's head turning of, do I stop this?
I mean, did you? Okay. My question now is, were you friends with people in that class?
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys like chat about the awkward experience it was afterwards, or did you just like, fuck it, we're gonna leave?
I can't remember how quickly the ice broke, but we definitely talked about it because somebody had to go after that. Yeah. Somebody else had to present clips, and so like there was like a Finding Nemo or something. Like there was something very friendly after that.
Jeez.
But I mean, there may have been an ice breaking joke, and it was commented upon.
I love this comment in the live stream. Someone saying for the topic movies you regret watching your family. Michael is saying this Blair Witch Project because of the strong language. Oh, how specific that is. You sound like an MPAA rating. Yeah. Because of the strong language in there.
And intense scenes of peril. Is Amistad like the nudity in Amistad isn't it's got to be like not for sex titillating purposes, right?
Spielberg was a perv, man.
Because like I feel like if you're watching something like that, well, it's like
I don't even remember the nudity. I remember it being very violent. That's what I remember.
Yeah, because I feel like it's if you watch say Schindler's List in school, there are some scenes in which there is mass nudity, and I feel like I'm kind of surprised that the paper treatment got put up for something that's based in history. Basically, I feel like the history angle is always where you can get by, but I don't know.
Kate is watching this live stream right now from Houston, Texas, while watching Netflix with her mom. She's nuts. Thanks for being here, Kate.
Thanks for doing the dual screen life.
So many people here. So many people from all different parts of the world. So
West
exciting.
Covina. Yeah. Who's that? Who wrote that? Someone in here is from West Covina.
West Covina, California. If you guys haven't seen Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, highly underrated show.
Jump on it.
Yeah, Zeke's right. Amistad, they weren't naked for sexual purposes. The slaves were just naked. Okay, I get you. All right,
that's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, so at that point, I feel like for solidarity's sake, you show it. But
okay, Random Annie's channel. Thanks again for another super chat, dude. Thank you. You guys made me happy cry. Love you all. Oh, dude, too. I love you, man. Thank you, Random Annie. Thank you for being here, man.
And thank you for like hanging out with us like several weekends, just like being.
I know you're here every week. Thank you for being here, dude.
Yeah.
You fucking rock, man.
If we could make you happy, cry even for a second, that means a lot.
But do you know who's here for sure every week and every minute of the live streams? Anissa.
It was either Anissa or Eric, but I know that Eric is usually too drunk to get here.
Eric
on
goes
time.
in and out. He zigzags. I'm sure. I think he's in here now, but he
said he got here late because of the whiskey. It's Anissa. Yes, it is.
Anissa, thank you again for their super chatties. I agree with Random Andy. My family is a sex after. I love this live stream has now slowly converted into this. I agree with Random Andy.
Chaste live stream.
My family is a sex after marriage family, and it's hard to be honest with them without being shunned. Well, maybe you should stop trying to have sexual encounters with John, and they will stop shunning you, Anissa.
We'll meet at church, all right?
Do it in the confessional booth.
Because how much more of a rush would that be? I mean, I'm sure it's happening.
Do it while mass is going on at church.
Do it in a pew in the back. Don't even hide. Which I'm sure all these things have happened at some point.
I'm sorry. What movie was it where they do it in the in a confessional? Was that Euro Trip? It was a movie.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, or something like that. I'm trying to think. Did it happen on Fleabag?
I'm not sure.
There's a sexy priest on Fleabag.
Thank you, Cedric, for the comment on the live streams, buddy. I appreciate that. Emo's watching this from Virginia. What's up, man?
Oh, Army of Darkness was an awkward watch. I still need to see Darkman, though. I want to see Darkman.
MMA King, I want to say something to you. You said the Venom the trailer sketch with Warren was bloody hilarious. Thank you.
Aww.
You know what? Because people don't realize it was a sketch. And we've had people asking us, when was your last sketch? And I'm like,
that's the sketch.
No, it was a sketch. The idea was it was one of those like secret sketches.
You don't realize
it's a sketch until
they're
like, oh, this is definitely a sketch.
They didn't even realize it after it was over.
So thank you for noticing that it is a sketch.
Yes, thank you, buddy. That was fun to shoot.
Damn, Callis, based off our comment, someone in the chat is saying, I know a couple had sex at church a few times. Jesus Christ.
People.
Jesus Christ.
There are exhibitionists out there, man. There's a rush to be had.
All right. Legendary Deadeye.
Ooh.
Thanks for your super chat, Legendary Deadeye.
Deadeye Dick.
Happy Mother's Day to your mother. Glad your mother pushed you out of her vagina to bring you here today or got you C-sectioned. Or if you don't know your mom and you were like an orphan child, I'm glad that whoever took care of you as your mother figure was able to you know what I'm trying to get out here. Since the coronavirus outbreak is starting to calm down and the cases are going down, do you think some movies and theaters will reopen sooner than later? I certainly hope not.
They will, but I hope not.
They will. Okay. Based off your question, Legendary Dead, I thank you again for the super chat. There's this park I go running at because there's a lot of space. It's isolated. It's easy to keep like way more than 6 feet distance from people that I go running at. And I wear a mask still when I run. I'm cautious like that. And I have hand sanitizer and baby wipes in my car too. So that way, right when I'm done running, before I even take my mask off, I can clean the shit out of my hands and stuff. So that way I just start rubbing my face right after.
I put my whole hand in my mouth.
But near there is a golf course which has been shut down. And then today, because as of yesterday, some retail, some small businesses are able to start reopening. The parking lot was just jam-packed, and all these people are going golfing right now. And I'm just imagining just how many people are in a rush to want to, like, I was talking with Dan Cyber from that Cyber channel just about this yesterday. I'm not used to the regular lifestyle of a lot of other people who, because I'm used to just being at home, fucking doing a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And so I can imagine there's this sense of like need to want to get out of the home. But with movie theaters, I really don't think we should be rushing to get movies out, right? Like, especially, I mean, think of it from the movie perspective, from the studio perspective. If
how much money you actually going to make?
You want to start releasing your movies when literally majority of people feel comfortable to go out to the theaters. And it's going to be a while till most like where it's like where it's like you're kind of weird for not it's got to get to the point where you're in a real isolated scenario if you're someone who doesn't want to go to a theater.
It's basically get to the point where if you get COVID, then we can deal with it. Once we can deal with it, then yeah. And they're talking about reopening things pretty soon and putting up plexiglass and stuff like that. And on the one hand, I'm like, okay, beta test that, sure, but I think some theaters are probably already open.
No,
there's some states that are just open.
I don't think they should be just reopening right now. I don't think doesn't seem smart. It doesn't seem smart. I know there's a big conspiracies going around, debates, and I know Elon Musk is a big part of that. And because he's like this, you ever kept up with any of the Elon Musk stuff?
I know he named his baby something interesting.
He really thinks we should just reopen completely, and is very much against. I think there's a lot of the numbers are blown out of proportion. The fact of the matter is, what I would say is, we don't know for sure. There's no way any of us we can agree or disagree with Elon Musk or whatever, or any of the people who believe along the lines of him. We don't know for sure. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Bottom line.
Yeah, I mean,
that's just it. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Maybe Elon Musk is right, but we don't know for sure. What I do know for sure is the reports that are coming out.
Yeah, and I mean, from having seen and heard reports from both people I don't know and people I do know who have had it, it certainly seems like a pretty awful experience. Yeah. And so even if it wasn't, potentially deadly, I don't get it.
I don't know. What do you guys think? If they start reopening theaters next month, would you start going back in? Tell us in the live stream, yo. Thanks for your question, Legendary. Appreciate the super chat. Nancy, back with another super chat. Thank you. Didn't realize I had my old account. Old screen name on this. I thought she said on her comment, she said, didn't realize I had my old SN on this account. I thought she was meant to say SSN in reference to her social security number. Mm-hmm. And I was going to say,
can you put the new one in?
Can you super chat us your social security number, please?
Yes. Can you super chat us your identity?
Didn't realize I have my own account. Well, hey, I'm happy to know your actual name, Nancy. And you have a lovely profile pic. Lovely profile pic.
Lovely.
Anissa.
Anissa's back.
Back at it again, Anissa, with the super chats.
And we're almost caught back up in StreamYard.
Queen of the super chats. Mm-hmm. Are y'all trying to get in trouble? I thought you all are on my side. You're all supposed to back me up. Haha. If I remember, Greg started the gas joke. Look, I started the gas station joke about John doing you at the gas station, but I was like, it was an ambiguous one. It was like a subtle hint, and you were like, "No, Greg, go all out there, go all out, go extreme with your doing it." All right, no question, don't leave it up to imagination. And now we're in a position where I have a really uncomfortable moment with your mom. And if you need me to talk with your mom, I will. But I'm warning you,
I won't.
I'll charm the hell out of your mom. She's gonna come on.
Meet her at the guest.
I know her. Mother's Day is gonna be a wonderful present when she meets Greg Alba. That's what I'm telling you, Anissa.
It's always a present when you meet Greg.
It's Mother's Day anytime a mother meets Greg.
Every day should be Mother's Day. Every month should be Black History Month.
And then Anissa's got a couple more here. Thank you for your multiple super chats in a row, Anissa. So sweet to us. You're so sweet. The grapefruit scene in Girls Trip, so awkward. Haven't seen Girls Trip.
Is it anything like the peach scene from Call Me by Your Name?
Oh, thank God I didn't watch that with my family.
Yup.
And another off-topic question from Anissa. Another off-topic question. Can y'all read each other's minds at moments? Has y'all been friends for so long, or I'll look and can give each other? Yeah, Anissa's asking, can we ever read each other's facial expressions or body language before even saying or really implying anything? Oh, sure. I think we can. Oh, sure. John can tell when I'm mad or upset or
in hyper focus mode.
Yeah. And I can tell when John's feeling unconfident or aroused, especially when he starts touching himself in the office. And I'm like,
I try to keep it quiet, but the friction.
Touching yourself. I'm trying to edit this Jojo Rabbit reaction. Stop it.
That's the first time that's happened.
What?
Jojo Rabbit.
What?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Jojo Rabbit.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Yeah.
That's the first time that mix-up has legitimately happened. Because I keep expecting it to, and it doesn't.
Oh, I mix it up all the time in my brain.
Oh, okay. It always makes me think of it, but
where are we at here? Dinesh. Thank you for your super chat, Dinesh. Please react to Vietnam. That's not German. I'm saying it like it is. Vietnam. Please react, to Vietnam video song. I know that's not German. Right? We'll keep that in mind. We'll keep that in mind right here, Dinesh. Thank you, buddy.
I'll do my best to find it and
what the fuck?
Come check it out.
Eric Horseman, my dude.
Eric with the stealth mode in here.
He just contributed a $50 super chat with not even a question to back it up.
A sticker.
There's not even a sticker here, Eric.
No, nothing. Just cold hard cash.
What? No, did we miss something here? Is it just not popping up in the chats? Hold on, I gotta find it. He contributed a $50 super chat. He contributed another $10 super chat saying, "Freaking forgot about the stream, freaking whiskey."
That's an Eric Horseman. That I want.
That's a classic Eric Horseman type of super chat.
That's gonna be my Eric Horseman tattoo.
Thank you for doing that, dude. Please be safe, Eric. Watch the alcohol just a little bit.
Just take care of your liver. That's all we ask.
I really appreciate that, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
I know you caught the last page of the day shot we did for it. I really love that one. That was a funny one. That made me laugh.
Did I see a Greek flag in the chat?
Maybe
watching from Greece. That's cool.
Let's see what else do we got here.
Cabin Fever 2. Yeah, that would be awkward.
We haven't.
Fever 1 would be awkward.
Emo Wolfgang's asking in the live stream. Yeah, we reacted to a Screen Rant video about a couple of weeks ago. Not that often enough. Jasmine, you're amazing. Thank you, Jasmine.
It would be nice if pitch meeting reactions did better. Those are so fun. Oh yeah, that's right. Alex Jones is gonna eat his neighbors. I heard about that.
Crazy Alex 18 wants Greg to notice him. I have noticed you,
dude. Senpai, look out. My parent is...
Oh wow. Okay.
We got the COVID.
We've done that part of the live stream where we're just reading everything. We're not even like, oh yeah, we're on a live stream.
This is a text reaction.
We should probably interact.
Yeah, bro. Here, you study that.
Like, wow.
Now I'm gonna keep
some really interesting conversations happening in the live stream right now.
God bless you, bro.
Oh man, sorry about that.
Greg's watched a little Clone Wars, and I've seen a scene from Clone Wars.
I've been watching some Clone. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. I've been watching some Clone Wars recently. I've been watching in chronological order. You see, now I know why I fell off the show, because I started watching it in the release date order, and I couldn't quite get it. And then watching in chronological order, I'm like, oh, this is way more engaging. Yeah.
I'm always fascinated by when they air things literally out of chronology. Shows will do that, and it's sometimes very apparent.
All right, I'm trying to catch up here so we can start showing people super chats on screen. Andre doesn't know. Thank you for your super chat, dude. French girl, for a movie that you regret watching with your family. French girl scene Titanic with his mom. I was okay. Good, because earlier in this live stream I brought up how I thought it was funny how Titanic being a $2 billion box office return mega hit that families definitely watch, seem to let it slide that you see some boobage action in the movie, right?
Yeah.
With their kids, it's like they just like, all right, kids, this is the one time you could watch boobs. It was fucking Titanic for some reason.
It's beautiful.
Okay, Andre doesn't know. Thanks for your super chat. French girl scene Titanic with my mom. I was so freaked out for watching that, and that steamy car scene. I don't think I would get through it now. Really? Now you don't? Wait. I'm kind of confused by this. I was so freaked out after watching that. Oh, with your mom. Okay, yeah. So he's traumatized from the experience of watching that with your mom. I'm wondering, like, are there other families out there who experience this like strange uncomfortableness with Titanic? But no one's talked about that. How much of that might have been a very uncomfortable experience with your mom.
I bet that's probably I bet that's a memory that's buried in a lot of people's subconscious. Is the awkwardness of their first Titanic viewing.
Oh my. Thank you. Okay. Before StreamYard, so we stream this off StreamYard. Same one Action Movie Anatomy does, but ours seems to bug out a lot more than theirs. But we got up to a caught up point.
I'm gonna shoot their tech guy a message and be like, "How do you make this thing sing so well?"
Eric Horseman. Anissa Oliva is saying, where is she? Darn it, I thought I could have it. She's now that Eric Horseman is in. Okay, here's the ongoing feud that's happening. In case you guys don't know, Eric Horseman and Anissa are our top contributors for the Real Rejects when you combine like live streams and Patreon. And so now there's a weird competition happening with them. And Anissa's saying, thank you for the super chat, Anissa. Eric, my number one competitor for number one fan. By the way, guys, love the last shout out. Very interesting of how Eric and I first met. I did a shout out for them. I wrote it up as if they were the first time they met each other. And then Eric is back here and he's saying, very interesting, Anissa. I just face it. We need a Real Rejects con and we can all meet after COVID, of course, even though my state of Georgia is acting like it's back to fucking norm. Oh, is Georgia going back to
Georgia is open, I think.
Georgia's just open?
My friend lives in Tennessee. Tennessee's open.
What? They're just
and the
open?
First day they opened up, there was a tornado. As if Mother Nature was like, nope, I'm flipping this table right over.
I mean, it was hard to that stat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't think it was as bad as.
There's a context there that's kind of funny.
I don't think it was quite as bad as the one like a month ago or whatever. But
all right, well, and Eric and Anissa, you two don't have to fight in this live stream, okay? Just get along. Don't need to have a super chat competition. I mean,
whoever wins,
but
we win.
Whoever wins, we win. But appreciate it.
That's the best AVP.
But thank you, Eric, and Anissa for the consistent contributions you have been making throughout our lives. Thank you. Where are we at here?
Where aren't we at here, guys? We are at the 2-hour mark and 9 seconds. Wow, that was almost exact. Congrats. Who's been show of hands?
There are people speaking in like French or Spanish in here.
That's
how educated I am.
Anissa, why are you commenting Zagnut? Because that's one of my favorite candies.
I got a question for you guys. Are you guys gonna watch Scoob? Is coming out on demand next week. Is that something we should review?
Are you guys big Scooby-Doo fans?
Should we be reviewing Scoob? All right. Oh,
I'll be down.
I feel like we should be caught up at this point.
We are, yeah. You just got to scroll slow.
All right.
And don't scroll past.
Okay, the Eric and Anissa wars are continuing.
Yes.
Thank you, Anissa, for your super chat. Now they're having a conversation with them.
They're just tipping
a super
in
chat
order to have a conversation.
This is the weirdest thing ever. Yeah,
you guys don't have to pay us to talk to each other.
You don't have to do that.
It's not our
really
business.
sweet of you. Don't have to
do
do
what
that.
you want.
She's saying, yes, Eric, let's plan a reject con. That would be amazing. If there was a reject con, I'm letting you know, it would just be you two who show up. Which would be plenty.
Well, you know what? Maybe we could do what Double Toasted did and just team up with the RTX Rooster Teeth Con, and just we'll all do a con in Texas together, and then we'll pretend that all those people didn't show up for Double Toasted and Rooster Teeth.
Totally down. Same here, Texas, thinking it's back to normal as well. It's not as smart. Man, we have a friend, Andrew Turpening, who just had a baby in Texas. And left the baby
he's
there.
Going
he's
to
like,
Simbury.
There's fucking COVID going on. I gotta leave this. Take the baby.
He's in a bunker somewhere.
Yeah, that's just nuts. That some states are just like willy nilly, just fucking do it. You know.
See, that's the thing. Like, yes, compared to 7 billion humans, maybe you could argue some of the numbers are small, but like, you can't control a germ in the air. So your chances are chances anyway.
Well, I can't tell if there seems to be. I can't tell if people want us to watch Scoob or not. Anissa, thank you for your contribution again. But you guys can just actually talk. I appreciate it.
Maybe we could do a community post to see if people want to have a Scoob review.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this up shortly.
Funny Games is not a movie you want to watch with your family.
We're gonna wrap this up shortly. But you're making sure we're reading everything. It's in French.
Do you remember the time we watched Funny Games?
Yeah, we saw Funny. Yeah,
we watched.
Was it like a highlight, memorable experience or something? I thought we just watched the movie.
We watched it at Janice's, but wasn't it like after we had a big fight it was like the night we had a big fight, and then I came over to Janice's house. We worked it
Oh,
out,
yeah.
and then we watched funny games.
This was like pre-YouTube.
Yeah, this is way
This
back.
is like way before. I was cooking hot dogs at this point.
yeah. We were having like a really heated text back and forth.
And then you came
And
over.
then I came over,
and then we watched funny people, funny guys,
games.
funny games guy. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, there was a memory associated with that, more emotional.
Yeah. How far things have come.
I don't know if we're gonna watch Scoop or not. I'm going off of the 10 people who are actually answering the question in this live stream.
Yes. That's 10 views you can take to the bank.
Cedric saying knock knock.
Hey, Rizzo Gaming. I'm glad you're here.
You fucked me. Have you guys seen Knock Knock?
I'm a good guy.
I'm a good guy. Keanu Reeves, directed by Eli Roth. You can imagine the kind of movie that is.
but like Lorenza Izzo and Ana de Armas have both gone on to do like a bunch, like Ana de Armas was the star of Knives Out, and Lorenza Izzo is in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and all that. Like,
you know what's fun about going through your guys's this live stream is so many of you got the reason my head is over here a lot is because I'm keeping the live stream here, and there's
hello to Spain.
There's so many things of you guys mentioning specifics of the scenes that your comments are getting blocked. They're not being shown. That's not my doing. That's YouTube automatic. It's happening again right now with Colleen Underwood.
Hello to
your comments keep getting blocked just because of the topics in your messages.
Yeah.
So I keep having to hit show to allow your comments to be. There's like so many. This keeps happening too.
Yeah.
So, but I love it. Don't censor yourselves, guys.
I like Eric. Why do you look like Stephen Malcolmus? That's a reference to make.
Yeah.
Apparently, you make music, Eric.
Hey, Colton Underwood. Colton, happy early birthday to you, buddy. And John, I was asking you, what movie or show is there where people do it in a confessional booth? And Mimi M with her super chat has said, yes, confessional scene in Fleabag. # hot priest.
Yeah, Andrew Scott, man, he's really tearing it up right now.
What, is there like a sex with a priest in that show?
I guess so. I'm assuming I haven't seen all of it, but I feel like I remember some kind of confessional sex scene.
Damn.
Yeah.
I love like that storyline in shows and movies. Like the first season of Sopranos, there's a priest who wants to do it with Tony Soprano's wife.
Oh, bad idea.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, dude, like if you're a priest and you're getting into that, like with you don't even try.
All right, where are we at?
Not that I know how that concludes in The Sopranos, but I have to imagine not well for the priest.
Hey, I want to ask you guys too. Have you guys seen Jerry Seinfeld's new stand-up special? Is that any good on Netflix?
Canada Gang. What's a Canada Gang like? I want to know. I have some friends who live in Canada, and one of them, hi Lindsay, if you ever see this, sends me Canadian graffiti, and I really love Canadian graffiti. It's very charming.
Hey, there's some people here who have been in our live stream since like the moment we started, and I want to thank all you. Just to name a couple: Giselle and Cedric, and where is he? Where's the name? I'm sorry, the live stream's going a little bit fast. There's Anissa, of course. There's a lot of you guys who have been here for a long time in the past few hours. So thank you for being here for so long. Well, we fancy you too.
I fancy all of you.
Good Boys would be an uncomfortable movie to watch your family for sure.
Yeah, Good Boys. I haven't seen it yet, but I imagine it would be just like watching Superbad, but with younger people in it.
Oh, Anissa, thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is whenever we're about to wrap up a live stream, when it's nearing the end of it, Anissa's always coming here with a full force in it. Also, I encourage you all, Greg and John, for someone in the health profession, please don't get the vaccination if they come out with one. It has not been tested enough to give out to people, but I know it's going to happen soon. Hey, appreciate the heads up.
That's a good thing to know. Yeah.
And maybe that's a good thing for all of you guys. And Anissa works in the ER, so I'm going to take her opinion on it because she would get the down low on these kind of things. So thank you, Anissa.
That's
appreciate you getting the word out there.
Yeah, and then it makes me wonder what the rules are, because I would feel like you would want to make absolutely sure that that's a good idea before putting it out to the public. Oh boy.
All right. Oh, random Andy's channel back at it. Yes, I still
Random.
believe in after marriage. For me, I got to respect and keep what they taught us to believe after so many years of teaching since mom passed. Way to honor
yeah.
that, dude.
Respect.
And based off your good-looking profile pic, you should be on your way to landing yourself a significant other for the rest of your life
should be married.
very soon. You should be married already. Do it now.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for you to get married and get laid.
But just once. Just once. But that's
Olivia's asking in the chat, is John leaving yet?
If you want to take my spot and just continue the stream, I'll leave. Sure. Whatever you want. It's your house.
We're gonna order some Postmates. They have some free delivery deals going out there right now.
Oh,
and I've lost the spot on the super chat. Sorry about that. The real ones watch the whole thing of the live streams. Appreciate that. Okay, where are we at here? Making sure we're caught up. And dude, okay, Anissa and Eric, you guys are so crazy. Eric is saying, thank you for your super chat again, Eric Horseman. He's saying, reject con on. This must happen. Also, pass by AMC and parking lot empty. So sad. But to stay the fuck home, peeps, unless it's an essential shopping trip for alcohol. So only go outside if you need alcohol, according to Eric Horseman.
And now this may negate my next question, but Eric, because I feel like you would know, is there an efficient way of getting alcohol delivered to you?
I think there is.
Because without it costing like a huge amount in shipping.
And then Anissa, we got it. Anissa's saying, yes, Eric, we are going to plan Reject Con when all of this is over. It would be so great. Ready to plan this. I love planning stuff.
I'm a little afraid this is actually happening. When somebody says I love planning stuff like this, I'm like, oh.
I hope you guys actually do plan. Eric, you're drinking right now. Don't need to super chat anymore, buddy.
Comic-Con's going.
Appreciate it, but you don't need to.
Hey, Comic-Con's going remote this year. We could do a remote convention.
This is a remote convention right now.
This is the Reject Con.
This is the remote convention.
We've done it. Yeah, we just need to grab your name tag off the wall.
And of course, always Eric is. I'm glad you guys have finally made it be BFFs. Yeah. Eric and Anissa, the two top contributors at the Real Rejects. Thank you too. There's going to be a time where the four of us are all hanging out together. It's going to be great. Guarantee it.
Giselle, you look great. So don't worry about being 33.
Legendary Deadeye, thank you, my friend. Do you think Hollywood should put the new movies on Netflix for a certain amount of time, like 1 week? No, I think it's fine just postponing it. Honestly, it's going to work itself out. There are movies that cannot go into production. So a lot of movies that have had release dates planned have not even shot anything at all. So it's all gonna line up eventually. We just got to be a little patient, and we just got to wait, and it'll all go back to normal release dates eventually. All right,
we gotta enjoy that anticipation.
Yeah, let's keep feeling that sizzle until the steak is finally delivered to us at a movie near you.
I feel bad for like the people behind Trolls World Tour and stuff like that, because they're getting a lot of unfair flack for Universal's decision. But the only thing I could argue on behalf of it is I almost feel like if it's intended for families, it's a decent time to do that, because families are going to be at home, and that makes some sense to me. But yeah, most releases I think they ought to just hold on to.
Nah, one day, Daniel Jones, you're right. By the way, Legendary Deadeye, thank you for your super chat, buddy. Thank you. No, one day it won't just be the four of us. It'll be a whole giant meet and greet in the UK, Daniel Jones. Yeah. There'll be so many of us. It'd be fun to do a meet. I've never done an actual never held we're going into town. Let's do an official meet and greet. It'd be fun to do that. Yeah. I'm just always worried no one's going to show up.
Yeah.
I just want to be I just want 5 people at least show up. That's all I care about. 5. It doesn't need to be a lot.
We could do that. Pick a random Saturday night and just be like, hey, meet us at this movie theater. We're going to watch this thing that is not likely to sell out, so we can all buy our own tickets.
Of course you can, Anissa. John is looking for a roommate. You can move in with John.
Come pay.
You don't have to always do it at the gas station, and he said.
Plus, it's a good time to move.
I love this. Oh, okay. thank you. You guys don't have to keep super chatting. Seriously, you don't have to.
I'm glad
Thank
there's
you,
love.
but you don't have to. But I'm glad you two are like getting. This is so nice. You two
BFs
getting
4L.
along. This is so like this is rewarding.
Inspiring.
This is really rewarding. You two have found friendship. It's fun going to like the super chat. It's fun going to like the regular the live stream chat and just seeing how you guys are talking with each other too. It's so cool seeing people interact who are subscribers of us. Thank you,
Olivia.
and Anissa and Eric. I'm so glad you two are getting along so well. It's great.
What color do you think about when you think of Olivia?
MMA King, goodbye.
By MMA.
Olivia, what color do you think about when you think about me? I think about oh my god,
A sunset magenta.
No the blue color that you what's the blue color?
Periwinkle.
No, her favorite color. Oh my god, why is it not coming to mind right now? I'm drawing a blank. I need food.
Is it a light blue or a dark blue?
John, please, I will kick you out of here.
I think that would probably earn you points. Because it's almost 8 o'clock. So again, wherever you need me, I shall go.
I think
Amber Jones, you ready for the meet and greet? Well then, all right.
Babe, come in here.
What color do you think of when you think of me?
It's that hour in the live stream where you come in here.
Yes. Don't use the new sponge. Why not? I got to.
All right, fine.
Do cosplay. I'll do cosplay. I'm locked in though with this hair. That's the only problem.
No, I don't want to be single, Olivia.
No.
Don't leave me, Olivia.
No. Guys, this is so tragic.
No, Olivia. I love you.
Baby, please. What color do you think of when you think of me?
I think of blue.
Oh.
What's the blue you love?
I don't know, Greg.
I should know what blue you love. I'm sorry. People want to say hi to you. They're all saying want you to come in.
Copper.
Ethan Holgate
copper.
say, you guys always bring up.
You guys break up every week.
Tiffany's blue.
Thank you.
Tiffany's blue is your
Look
favorite.
it up.
I have a whole list of facts about you in my phone.
Years, if you gotta
You
look
little
it up.
boy.
I
You
don't-
little
At least I
boy.
care enough to make sure I have a source to recall it from.
Real.
Oh man. Look, people love you, Olivia.
Oh, thanks.
They do. You're always the highlight.
You guys have been great in this stream. Babe, show your face. Show your fucking beautiful face. What are you doing?
Yeah, don't be like
Show
the
your
secretary
face.
on
Show your face.
Powerpuff
What are you
Girls.
doing?
Yeah.
He's been watching too much of this.
She has shown me 3 seasons of The Sopranos now.
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh man. Okay. All right.
What color do you think of when you think of John?
When I think of John, I think of a dark abyss black.
Thanks, guys.
Just
Black and blue, like a bruise.
That's
me. Actually,
I don't want to say nailed it, but we
Nailed it.
while I won't say that I think of myself as those colors, I'll give them to you as accurate.
Oh, babe, I have a question for you. The live stream theme today is movies you regret watching with your family. Is there any ones that come to mind for you that were very
Greg,
comfortable?
I told you a story about this before. What was it?
You watched I don't know, what was it?
Scary movie.
Scary movie. Oh, scary. I saw that too in my family. That was so uncomfortable.
We went to the theaters, and my dad, the whole movie, was like, "Oh no, don't look! Oh no!" It was,
There's a lot of hands over eyes. Is like a very
My dad would just say, that's satanic. I'm not even joking. That is satanic.
I mean, it is. It is the devil's work. It is the devil's business.
Thanks, babe. Oh, Rizzo Gaming. Ryan Beatty.
Ryan
Artheodo 066. Thanks, buddy. I would say the Thomas Crown affair with Pierce Brosnan and Thor's mom, Renee Russo. That's a lot of nudity and a sex scene, so that was a weird experience. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that with my family too. You know, that's the thing. There was a time where they didn't give you heads up in the R-rated, what it was rated R for, and sure enough, crazy ass sex scene in that movie. They're like pouring champagne on Renee Russo's nipples in that film.
I'm always surprised when they do stuff like that
Weird
in
thing.
movies. Things that are like specific,
Yeah.
specifically erotic. Yeah.
All right, where are we at here?
And we got Ryan Beatty.
People are saying they would like a Reject Con meetup in the UK.
Hey.
That'd be cool. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking of going to India, saying Jabby Koei's here in India, and then seeing who falls for it and doesn't realize I'm not Jabby Koei.
And I'll come as Achara. I'll just shave my beard off and see if that works.
Hey, and Achara Kirk's birthday's tomorrow, by the way. Thank you for being here, Ryan Beatty 0666. Fell behind on the stream again. Sorry.
All right, it's okay. We'll catch back.
Oh, here we are.
Catch back. Hard nipples.
Thank you, hard nippies.
I like that.
I like that because I'm always about my nippy chills. Thank you.
That's the guy who plays Chidi, right? Or is that you? Is this from Midsummer? It looks like that actor. I don't know.
I saw Good Boys with my parents. Worst experience in my life.
I'm sorry.
They made me feel like a bad boy. Get it?
Ooh.
That's the kind of comedy you get at for 2 hours and 20 minutes on a live stream with us.
They're like, listen up. If you laugh at these jokes, you're a bad boy yourself.
As I've also realized too, we do these live streams after already doing a full day of shooting and editing for other things, and then we do these like long ass live streams. Yeah. Because I was like, how does John Campy do this? I'm like, well, John Campy mainly does the live streams. You know?
This is the thing for the most part.
I
wish you guys
hard
could...
nippies, man. I can good any type of those vulgar, raunchy comedies with family members would just make me wildly uncomfortable. So I can identify with you, man.
Copper has successfully tackled my backpack.
What do you mean?
He's so won.
Oh, there's the cat in the street.
Yeah. He's literally been trying to knock that thing over.
Oh,
let me get you a better view.
Mr. Donut Studios, thank you for your super
Hey!
chat, buddy. Oh my fucking, we love you too. You Kevin Smith look-alike.
Can you just snap away the quarantine? Can you snap away the pandemic?
Oh, you're so. Thank you, Mr.
Love
Donut
you guys.
Studios.
Love you, man.
Who can take your spot, John? No one can.
Dan Seibert, he's next door.
Anissa. Also, have your package almost ready to try to get everything to get here before John's birthday. So hopefully it does. Also, John, double check on your birthday again. I'm pretty sure I have it correct. John's birthday is June 12th.
Is it?
What's coming out on June 12th? There's something coming out on June 12th.
I don't remember now.
That's supposed to, we were making a joke about it being really exciting. John's birthday is June 12th, guys. So keep a lookout. Well, I'm excited for the package, Anissa. Make sure to get John something good. I think it's going to be lingerie photos of Anissa for you.
Oh, that's what I asked for. Yeah. I didn't ask
pervert.
you. I just
That's
asked.
the kind of shit that's going to get you canceled.
I asked my mom for that.
You asked your mom for lingerie photos of your mom?
No, of Anissa. Anissa, I didn't even talk about it.
Your joke doesn't make any
Joke
sense,
doesn't
John.
make any sense,
What the
John.
fuck is wrong with you?
I feel like
Thank
we
you,
might
Anissa,
be
for
able
the super chat.
to get a mailbox by then. I feel like you can get a mailbox right now, so I'm gonna see if I can do that tomorrow.
What time? It's almost 8 p.m. for us right here.
He's in the trash now.
All right, get Copper out of here. Oh, Cedric, you're so sweet. It's so fun to just kind of go. The reason I want to use OBS is so I can have your guys' live stream on display too. Is it's so fun to just like get lost in the stream where I forget there's a camera and we're live and we're being recorded right now because I just start reading everything everyone's saying. I don't know. You guys got to talk to Anissa.
Yeah, she is like the queen of this. Like Rosa Parr, maybe the Lady Stark of our channel, but Anissa is like the queen of our live stream.
Yeah, she really is.
Yeah.
Ethan Holgate says every Will Ferrell movie was uncomfortable to watch with his family.
Aw, even Everything Must Go.
Jacob is asking what our next live stream will be about. I'm not sure what our next live stream will be about. I usually just come up with them on the spot. Like before I make an announcement, I usually run like I got 1 or 2 solid ideas by John, but that I run by John really quick.
It was, I believe, Artemis Fowl was supposed to come out on my birthday this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was Artemis Fowl.
Peter Pacheco is saying, thank you, Peter Pacheco, for your super chat. Batman or Robin, and you know Portuguese yet?
I'll learn it.
No, don't, John. You're supposed to. Why haven't you learned Portuguese in a week, John?
Yeah, I'm on Duolingo, so I'll get back to you in a few years.
Batman and Robin was the movie you regret watching with your family. What was in it that was so bad? Was it just like it's such an do you regret watching the movie, or is it what? Was there something significant that happened in the movie?
Poison Ivy?
Yeah, was Poison Ivy just too attractive of a character to watch with your family? Is that what it was?
Was Bane too gross looking? Or do you just regret spending the time?
Where are we at here?
Has Been Hotel and Who's the Boss? I saw a shout out for those shows. If you haven't seen Has Been Hotel, I still gotta watch was it the Boss one? But yeah, go watch Has Been Hotel.
Eric Horseman. No need to super chat anymore. Appreciate it, buddy, but please, it's okay. Really sweet. Thank you. Absolutely. I get all my he gets all his alcohol online, but who the fuck musician I look like?
Google Stephen Malkmus. Google that guy. I know his name and vaguely the kind of music he makes, but I can't really tell you.
You got like that or a Jeffrey Dahmer look. One of the two, dude.
You know what? Your profile pic always makes me think of the Misfits. I just think of the white face and the long black. But where do you get your alcohol online, Eric? Just tell me. Don't tell me.
I would
tell me.
Love to hang. I can't wait the day I hang out with you in person, Eric. Seriously.
That's
a pick on Real Rejects tattoo. It's so insane to me.
I don't think it will truly hit all the way until we actually are with him in person.
And then I'm gonna kill you, Eric, and I'm gonna carve that patch off of your arm and then sew that piece of skin that you have on your from the tattoo onto my arm. Oh my god. And you know what? You're gonna get off on it as a dead guy.
Oh, it's gonna be the best orgasm of your life.
Thank you, Mr. Donut Studios.
Aww.
Thank you, buddy. Okay, here's an idea. I'll set up a meet and greet in San Jose, California, right when COVID is done. Bam. Really?
I would love to visit San Jose.
See, I'd have more faith in someone else setting up a meet and greet for us, because then they would probably talk with other subscribers, other fans.
There's a tangibility.
Because the second I'm like, I'm going to set up a meet and greet. Here's what happens in my brain. This is why after so many years I've never done it. Because what goes off in my brain is no one's going to show up.
You think people really want to come out and meet you?
Then I put this energy out there, and then I'm just like, I know with that energy I'm putting out there, that means no one's going to show up because my energy's that strong that it's going to happen.
It's a self-perpetuating cycle.
So that's why I haven't done it. But if you want to do it, and then we see that there's people who are willing to show up, then hell yeah, that'd be great. Thank you, dude. I'm so hungry, guys. I gotta get some food.
Hungry.
So funny. So bye, Giselle.
Oh, 21 Jump Street. That's a
Scooter Looter saying 21 Jump Street with the family. A lot of people are saying the raunchy comedies, man.
Yeah. Sex jokes and family members.
Amber, why are you jealous of Eric Horseman? There's no need to be.
That's right. The King of Staten Island is also a June release on my B-Day. Still gotta watch that trailer.
Olivia is salty and tasty. Oh my God, she sure is.
Oh yeah,
that's what I love about her.
Actually, I shouldn't be agreeing with you.
Thanks for the super chat, Anissa. John, Anissa has a question for you. What color do you think of when you think of Anissa? The real question.
It's a combination. Either it's scrub that pale scrubs blue, or else it's that color I don't know the name of. That's like when you see a sunset. And it's like not quite pink, but not quite orange. It's like somewhere in the middle. That's where I put you.
Oh, that's so sweet of you, John.
Thanks, man. You're like a greenish color.
I'm a greenish color.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're talking about Lisa, but I'm just like, I don't really care unless you talk about me.
You're a lot of colors to me, Greg.
Oh,
sex scenes, horror movie. Nearly 4 a.m. Daniel, thank you for keeping it going.
All right, Anissa, you have to end. Anissa, thank you so much.
You just had a birthday. You just had a birthday.
Thank you, Anissa. That's so sweet of you. I mean, look, if you want to just give us a sincere thank you, you don't have to super chat. I mean, we really appreciate it. But okay, what'd you say? Okay, sincere thank you. Here, I know. I tell you thank you all the time. How much y'all mean to me, but y'all truly mean the world. I'm not close to many people in my family. And I mean, that's kind of fucking awkward to say. You live with your family.
I'm not close with the people in my home.
As I'm saying this out loud and typing it out loud, they're listening to me and looking at me.
My mom's reading over my shoulder.
And sometimes I feel alone, but y'all brighten my day and I don't feel alone. There's no reason to feel alone. From the impression I gather from your family, from your work environment, sounds like you're a very loved individual. And just from getting to know you, you're a very easy to like individual. Keep in mind, I've gotten to know you way before we started doing these live streams consistently. So I'm not just speaking from the fact that you've been such a major contributor to our live streams. I'm speaking from the place of the person I knew before we started doing these live streams, and from that,
before we could be in this position,
yeah,
like,
before it's like,
don't,
yeah, before it just sounds
bad.
like, before people start thinking, well, we're just saying this because of the super chats. That's not true. I knew it for many months before all this. So, Anissa, you've been incredibly sweet. Thank you so much. And
Thank you.
No, you don't need to show your thanks by doing like upping the contributions you make on these super chats. I really appreciate it, though. You're very sweet.
Thank
And
you.
you're gonna make
Seriously,
Olivia
thank you.
very happy. So thank you.
That's right. Ooh, he is. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, good place and Midsommar. I got to learn that guy's name. He's a good actor.
Olivia does not like Will Ferrell. That's true. It's one thing my mom and Olivia have in common.
Oh, somebody wants us to put our convention up with one of the supernatural conventions. I would love that.
That'd be fun. Then we could react to the supernatural conventions.
Film ourselves
Yeah.
literally at the convention, watching them talk about what was the influence. That's right, their influence.
Oh, we got another one here from Ryan Beatty. Also watched True Lies with my grandparents, so that JLC seduction scene was an experience. Love you guys. All these streams are well worth no sleep. Well, buddy, I think it's important you get some sleep. We got a doctor. See, one thing about Rizzo Gaming, aka Ryan Beatty, on our Patreon, we do reactions to Doctor Who. And at the beginning of each one of our Doctor Who reactions, we read off fun facts that Ryan Beatty personally sent us about the prior episode. So he's been great over there. And oh my God, the True Lie scene.
That I saw that movie in school, in film school, and yeah,
God,
that's a scene.
I've heard that scene's become problematic. I haven't seen it since people started declaring it as problematic.
Yeah, I haven't either. I would be curious. I don't remember all of the context. What's she? Is she seducing Arnold? Or is it Bill Paxton or something?
No, she doesn't know that's Arnold. She's dancing for someone, but she thinks she has to do it or else they'll release some information about her. But Arnold's the one Oh, that's why it's fucked up. Because our lead, our hero, because Arnold is the one manipulating her.
Yeah,
okay. But at the time, the context of that scene was, well, that's his wife. You know? It's funny.
It's bad either way, but it's almost weirder when it's his wife. Oh, buddy. True romance. True love.
I love how I got there on my own of how that's a fucked up scene.
That's good. That's great. because it's easy to remember that scene and go, yeah, you know, the Jamie Lee Curtis dance and forget what the scene's about. Oh,
you know what? People are asking me if I know Get Jabby. I'm gonna do something fun for you guys before we end this stream.
Uh-oh. Get ready. This is authentic too. I'm watching.
Hopefully he answers. Hopefully he answers.
I hope he has one of those answering machines.
I'm calling Jabby Koei right now.
That just says his phone number. Love.
Jabby Koei, I'm on a live stream right now. Hello. Hey, I love catching you off guard. I have one question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any movie? The theme today is movies you regret watching with your family, and I've named a ton. Is there any movie you regret watching that was an uncomfortable experience with mom or dad?
Or you?
The Crow Part 2.
Why?
It's just like there's this weird stairway orgy scene in the movie, and it's just like awkward. Dad's watching, you're watching, I'm watching. It's like, what the fuck? Why now?
I could see the room.
The theme of this stemmed today because I was thinking about how it's Mother's Day tomorrow, and I was like, I've had so many awkward movie watching experiences with mom. So, like I saw Brokeback Mountain with her in the front row, and like all these things.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I didn't know it was gonna be like a hardcore gay sex scene in the movie.
Thought it would be a friendly chills gay sex.
But yeah, all right, thank you. And someone was.
That just sounds like lack of research on your part.
It was lack of research. But anyway, we got some people in the chat who still don't know we're brothers, so I wanted to just call you to prove it.
You're a pawn.
I get comments all the time like, how come this guy reminds me of the real rejects? It's so weird. They got this, it's uncanny how much they look alike.
That's how Jabby hears the sound of his fans.
I go, huh?
Nothing, just joking.
And I go, we're brothers, and they go, oh yeah, right. And then they never hear from them again.
All right.
People unsub when they hear your brother.
Well, I will chat with you tomorrow. Thank you for everything.
All right, take care,
Bye
bye.
bye. Love you. I got him. He didn't say it this time, sucker.
See?
Told you wouldn't say
Now
it.
you have no proof otherwise.
Oh.
That was a delight.
I have seen the HBO Lovecraft Country trailer already. Country trailer. That does look cool.
All right.
We didn't react to it because of all the music in it and what it. There's a reason a lot of people didn't. Yeah. Eric Horseman, hi Olivia, you are amazing. On subject, made the mistake of watching Cruise with the big Al Pacino. Cruising. I thought we were talking about Tom. Like what Tom Cruise Al Pacino movie? The big Al Pacino with her totally had a
boner.
Cruising with who? Your mom? You didn't specify who. Did you watch a movie with my girlfriend?
I'm gonna just guess that Eric must have watched that with family.
That's actually I don't hate that movie. It's a weird fucking movie, but I don't hate that movie. I love how you said you got a boner. Do you know what the movie's about? Do you guys know what Cruising is about? It's an Al Pacino movie. I forgot what movie that directed, some other really popular film. 80s, and it's about Al Pacino is an undercover cop pretending to be and going under the gay community, and it's like being gay is bad, and there's like a serial killer, presumably homosexual, who's killing off other homosexuals. So Al Pacino's posing undercover as a gay guy, but then he's being torn because maybe he is gay. It's like,
sounds interesting to me.
But
I gotta see this movie.
It's a strange movie. It's cool. Thank you, Eric. By the way,
that's a good category. Oh, the L Word. That would not be a family watch. No. I would not want to watch that movie.
If you guys can meet up at the next UK Comic Con, would you? Of course. Actually, yeah, to be totally honest, the most time I've ever gotten recognized in my entire life was when I went to Comic Con. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, wow, I've never been recognized so much. And like, I was like, I should go to Comic Con every year.
Just for this.
Fuck the panels.
I'm not even going to buy a badge. I'm just going to stand outside and wait.
Don't worry. We will wrap this up in just a minute. Eric Horseman, thank you again, buddy. Let this be the last one, Eric.
Yes.
What color do you think of me? Just had to ask. Thanks, Anissa. Eric, the color I think of you is bright, sunshiny yellow.
My color would be a relative of that. I'll just go the moon side, which is, like an amber sort of smoky whiskey color. So, just darken that yellow way down.
Anissa, thank you, Eric. Anissa saying, John, the color I think of when I think of you is probably a blush pink because that's how you make me feel so for being so cheesy.
If I wasn't so white and blown out on this camera right now, I would be blushing too.
I would say that the color you make Anissa feel is wet pink.
I acknowledge your comment and appreciate you giving me something to work with.
Bye, Ginny. All right, the last couple ones. Here we go.
In the home stretch.
Thank you, Anissa. John, read it.
John, you touched my heart, melted it completely. And there's an emoji that I think is not carrying here. I'm happy to hear that. I meant it. That was for you. Happy after birthday.
No compliments to me, Anissa.
Wow. Tip again.
Let's keep this stream going.
We can do 9 o'clock. We can do 10.
No. We need to get you home, John.
We need to sleep.
We need to get you home. We got a busy week this coming week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're brothers. Hey, everyone, make sure to wish Achara happy birthday, by the way.
Achara watched Outlander and
Altered Carbon
Altered
with her
Carbon
dad.
with her dad. Jeepers. I didn't realize Outlander had some of the edginess that it did. I knew it was like
It's badass.
steamy, but yeah.
Rizzo Gaming, Ryan Beatty, not a movie, but watch the first episodes of Sense8 with family. And that shows a lot of sex orgies. Needless to say, I watched the rest by myself.
With the door locked.
Ooh, now I want to watch Sense8. Knowing Wachowski style sex orgy, it's gotta be weird.
It's weird because like I'm not surprised to hear that for some reason. Maybe it's just because of Bound or something like that. And yeah, that like the rave and the sex scenes, the Matrix. I associate a certain amount of like sexuality with what they make. But
wow, shit, you sold me on that show now. Thank you. Thanks, Ryan Beatty.
Hey man, a lot of people were really bummed to see it go, and we're hoping that it would get revived somewhere. So.
Guys, oh man, I'm so excited for Mother's Day tomorrow.
I cannot wait. I need to go get something for
because like Jabby Koay and my girlfriend Olivia, like as Olivia loves to challenge Jabby, and it's always fun because I'm laughing, and sometimes Jabby can't tell if she's just fucking with him or if she's being serious, and that's what just cracks me up.
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that between the two of them, especially if your brothers had like a little bit to drink. That sounds fun.
Oh no, Jabby drunk is the best.
Jabby drunk is
the best,
most gregarious, sociable, and filled with advice guy.
Jabby sober is pretty cool too, but Jabby drunk is the best.
Oh, hey. Anissa gave you a color.
Greg, the color I think of when I think of you is a forest green, like I'm in Colorado. Oh, hell yeah. Thank you.
Ooh.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. Appreciate everyone who contribute to the super chat.
Really appreciate
this was fun. This was fun. I thought this live stream was a great balance of keeping it chill, keeping the energy here. I'm reviewing our live stream. What a weird thing to do at the end of a live stream.
You know, the first act, it took a little time to get going, but really once it hit the stride, break into act 2, it was great.
I appreciate everyone who contributes to the super chats, and I just appreciate everyone who's been here in the comments and talking with us. Don't feel bad if you didn't get a chance to do a super chat. Totally understand if you aren't
Thanks
able
for
to.
being here at all.
No reason to feel bad at all for anyone who's saying that. Thank you guys so much. And oh my God, Jesus Christ. Love Jesus Christ. Okay, I'll feel really bad if I don't acknowledge this. I can't wait to go to LA to meet you. Anissa, I can't wait to go to Texas to meet you.
Exactly.
And for John to pump you up at the gas station. And Ryan Beatty, thank you so much. What color reminds you of me? Hop on this. I would say the color would be green for the TARDIS green illumination in the Doctor Who show.
That's a good one, actually. I was, for whatever reason, I thought of a very sunspotty orange-red.
Thanks, Amber Jones. You rock.
Hey, burnt orange for Greg.
Love all you guys. Thank you, everyone who's been here since the early parts of the live stream. Everyone's been amazing to us. Thank you.
Combing my hair on the air with Michael Ware.
John thought of that 2 hours ago. Has been waiting to say it the entire time.
No,
since.
Somebody literally just requested Eminem, so I did it.
And Anissa, thank you for reminding me. Happy Mother's Day to everyone's mother.
Happy.
And if you are a mother here,
have a mom. If
happy
mom.
Happy Mother's Day. Love you. My cat wants me to go in there, and yeah, one day we'll all do a meetup. Thank you, Anissa.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Have a good time with your family.
Much
if you're not
love.
able to be with your mom, be with someone's mom. See you guys.
I'm a mother.